They're gonna look at the wealth of D&D and be like, "What are the things that we can market to 10-year-olds?" Done.
I think you're underestimating how
They're
awesome
not going
the
to
Lego
make a
makers are.
fucking brain-sucking enslaving race.
Shall we place a wager?
No, we won't place any fucking wagers. But
No, you didn't say it right.
You're still wrong. No,
I'm not place a wager.
I'm D&D, Nick. If you want to bullshit, you need to show up on time.
I was 5 minutes late. I'm almost always early. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, first of all, you're never early.
Okay, first of all.
Hold up.
Whoa. Let's be cool,
Whoa.
okay?
Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool, be cool, be cool, be
Dial
cool.
it back, eh? Just dial it back.
How was everybody's week in between D&D sessions? The pregnant silence screams depression.
Mine wasn't. Mine was excellent. It was very fast.
No, good. At least
Yeah, my weekend disappeared quickly. Although Allie and I went out. Like, we went for a really long drive, which was awesome. We went to the nature center. Actually, like, that whole day was just a day out to chill, and it was fucking awesome. Like, we went walking to the nature center, and then we walked in the park, and then we took a long drive up PCH. It was just ultra chill, de-stressing vibes.
very cool. Rain, what did you do this weekend? Did you spend some time by the pool?
No, we did some landscaping stuff. And
I feel that.
I bashed my shin in with a crowbar and passed out. That was fun.
What?
Yep, that happened.
Wait, you actually
Why would you
passed
do
out?
that?
That's
Failed the
cool.
Constitution save.
Yeah.
I failed the god, took massive damage.
So like
you're right,
I get really squeamish with bones behaving weirdly.
Yeah.
And your shin, which is like just like a solid bone, swelling up in like a very particular like shape resembling the crowbar that you just bashed it with, made me it's actually gonna make me lightheaded right now, so I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like, it didn't hurt as badly as it was just like really unsettling, and like I could feel my shin, which is like never a thing you ever want in your life. Like, you walk around like, I can feel my shin right now, something's wrong. And my brain was like, this is too much, man. Need to reboot.
This is a great
True.
advertisement for
EXE.
not going outside.
Yep. In D&D, the only injury you can get is potentially a wrist injury from holding too many dice at the same time.
Emotional damage from
Yeah, I get that all the time.
emotional damage from the person you're playing with murdering your in-game love interest.
Oh, yes, Kamos got
Oh, yeah, by the way.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, Christina,
my
by the
God.
way, it's time
You
for
need to go watch the VOD.
It's time for the
I don't.
Treon
Okay,
cameo.
let's get something straight. I don't watch any VODs. I don't watch our VODs. I don't watch your VODs. I don't watch anybody's VODs. I just want to know what happened to your character.
It's
Please
like a
like
problem.
and subscribe at the very least.
Maybe you can.
I
go,
did like and subscribe, actually.
Maybe you can go ask etc. to make a fucking like clip for
A
you to
recap?
watch. Yeah.
Were you sad about it?
Well,
it wasn't
okay.
me.
So I will allow. So Akashaba, you had some Dreon words.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I remember I always said before that at some point I want to do a Dreon cameo again. It's this week.
It would be that week.
Yeah. I just want to be there for that.
The week that shit has to pop off.
Yeah. Bring her. You tell me this is the week Tugum dies. Bring Dreon in.
Yes. So, at least in Kamos, after one of the characters had eaten a dragon heart, she was starting to exhibit some very dragon-like symptoms. And kobolds, as they are wont to do, are attracted to the native magics of local dragons, and they have soon swarmed Grabella's lair, and she is getting more and more kobold minions. She sent a message back to her lair, basically informing her kobold minions that she's been gone for a little bit and everything's okay. And she got back a mysterious kobold wizard who was like, "Hi, I've showed up because you are a influential red dragon and I am a kobold, so that just makes sense, right?" And Gribble was like, yeah, it totally makes sense. And the wizard's like, "Well, I can, since you're on this place of power, and you have a ley line connection to like your cauldron. She has like a magical cauldron in her lair, which I won't discuss further. But also the ley lines.
A hag? What the fuck?
No, it was just a perk of her. It was a feature that came with the layer that she took over. Don't ask questions. Stop asking questions.
All right. I'm listening.
And they had found like additional ley lines where they were at, and the kobold said, "Okay, well, I put this ley line point back in your cave, and you stick this other one in the other ley line point, and I will essentially allow you to teleport you and your friends back to your cave once per long rest, and he'll teach her that ability." And she was like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. That's not too hard." They both had access to the ley line like areas pretty readily, and it was a relatively easy at first thing to do. Like, yeah, why wouldn't you take a instant Hearthstone, And then it turned out there was a blood price.
Accept nothing from Christina without reading the fucking fine print.
So the errata on the contract, it was essentially a blood contract. And when they were doing the ritual to bind themselves to Grabella, the mechanic was them 4 plus 1 NPC, who was Grabella's love interest at the time. They all had to take 300 damage, just in total, and it was subtracted by how well they rolled on their Arcana checks, due to their, knowledge of ley lines and understanding magic and things like that. So they had brought the damage down to a certain extent, and the rule is that it was like chain lightning, okay? So there was a first person that took the damage, which was Grabella, and then the second person that took damage could basically like take a selected amount of damage that they wanted to, but it had to be less than the first person. So it was like Grabella absorbs, say, 80 points of damage. The second person would have to be less than 80, and the third person would have to be less than that, and so on and so forth. So so it comes down to the last character, right? Before the NPC. And, he's a shit, right? So he's thinking about, like, trying to either not take any damage at all, or just like allow this NPC to die.
Oh, it's a player character that is making this decision, of course.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And eventually, like, he takes some damage, the NPC takes some damage, and then it comes around to the wild magic roll. And in the end, it came down to that PC again, who I reiterate is a little bit of a shit in-game, and it allowed him to see 1 turn into the future. And the way I resolved that was I was going to roll the NPC's wild magic roll twice, and then he could choose whichever one came up. And everybody agreed that was a really, like, good resolution to, like, him being able to, like, see into the future and potentially, like, alter fate, right? So the options ended up being the NPC takes full amount of damage from whatever spell they just cast, or they gain 50 pounds. So when I sat and I thought about it for a moment, I'm like, okay, the spell that they are casting, their full damage for the spell would be 300 damage. Because that's just the full, like, possible amount of damage from that spell, or gain 50 pounds. So I said to the player, I said, okay, your options are this NPC takes 300 damage, or she gains 50 pounds. And then I gave him a 10-second timer to decide. And
no.
This is after he was already trying to figure out how he could possibly maximize his chances of killing this character.
Yes.
For the sole offense of, she just wouldn't do whatever I told her to do this one time, and I consider that rude to me.
Which character is this?
This is Tugun.
The only one that would make sense.
Yes.
Oh, who plays Tugun?
My friend Charles plays Tugun.
Got it.
So,
okay.
So I gave him a timer.
And
he actually,
the NPC.
No, Grabella is also a player.
Oh, okay. All right.
The person dying is Grabella's love interest.
Yeah, who is the NPC.
Okay, gotcha.
So he thought about it, and actually the timer got down to like 2 seconds, and he said 300 damage, so I killed the NPC. Well, I exacted the blood price, which was all of it, and the price was paid. And one person in the party is mildly suspicious of Tugum because he knows that he had something to do with it, but he didn't roll high enough to figure out exactly what. So Tugum, at least Tugum's player, is also now just having an absolute crisis because he has made a decision which has a consequence, like an actual consequence, right? So,
Right.
So now there's like actual like
Angst.
pressure or like anxiety there. So there might be a redemption arc in the future. There might not be. But he's becoming more and more aware that like, oh, okay, like just being shitty all the time to everybody is slowly gaining the ire of both my party mates and everybody else.
And also Dreon offset.
Did you back out of the game, or is Dreon just busy elsewhere?
No, so for other reasons, I just backed out and I just decided I didn't want to do 2 campaigns. But like I joked around with Christina, maybe at some point I'll do a cameo because I actually prefer Dreon to Akashiba, and like I am always thinking about.
It'd be hilarious if you swapped them.
I've thought about it, I really have. Except that I think like Akashiba is more necessary to the Ascended party. But I've been joking with Christina like, oh, maybe Dreon's a cameo, and like now that it's like here for like everyone to get up and do the meme where it's like. The one person's drinking the wine and then gets up and joins them in kicking the person. Now I want to bring Dreon back, to do what needs to be done.
So now we have an actual like character growth point where I'm seeing how it resolves, but I'm also very wary that the other player characters are just going to outright murder the other player characters. So that is a genuine concern.
Well, I mean, I think
Is that an option?
Yeah, is that an option?
I mean, in the case of like, I don't like D&D PvP. Like, I really don't. But in Tugum's case, it would make total sense if they just fucking threw him off a cliff, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel that's sensical. But if you're just
that
gonna
totally
like,
makes
that
sense.
bad?
I'm concerned that logic might apply to other characters in other situations.
Yeah, it's getting real
Yeah.
close. Sai
Yeah.
should shape up a little bit.
why would you feel that way, Saithius? It's like if if you went to Payless, a shoe place, and you went down and then you put your feet in it, and then if the shoe fits, then it should possibly be worn.
I love Trevor, and as a result, Sai gets to live.
No, to be clear, we all agree that's 100% why Saithius has not been fucking thrown off the airship. Like,
Yeah, that is exactly the reason.
We love Trevor, so we put up with Trevor's super, like, ridiculous, dumb character that for some reason he thought was fun and made. That's
I had a gun to my head and I came up with something too fast, but then I hold on to this character flaw of the player that like once I've done anything, I gotta keep it consistent.
No,
I think that you enjoy a certain amount of perversity in your gaming. You can.
I do, but then there's also the back end of I've got another character in waiting in the wings. So if you guys do kill him, I won't be upset, and I'll totally understand.
Great, so we can just
like,
not
we're not
save
monsters.
him.
Wait, hold on. We could have gotten rid of Saithius this whole time?
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Wait.
Can I take back all those times that Rain single-handedly saved Sai from imminent death?
Well, okay, to be clear.
When was that? Maybe once?
You can't get those spell slots back. I'm sorry.
We're all
They're
pouring
literally gone.
gasoline on Sai, and we're all holding Molotov cocktails. I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation.
Wait a minute, Christina. The level 6 heal was just used. Surely there's like a refund policy if it's like a 24-hour thing.
It's like a 30-day refund policy.
This is fucking Walmart? Do you think this is Target? Like, you go back with the receipt and you're like, this heal was defective because my party member is incredibly stupid. Can I get a refund?
I think what we need, I think there's a fix for this. I think what we need is we need to get a headband of intellect or something, and we need to sneak it on the side.
It's not the int!
He
It's not the
literally
int!
has treant form, and he gets smarter, but it's not
linear,
actually.
but we haven't had a ceiling that's higher than 10 feet since like I don't know, 20 sessions ago.
He'd be like a bonsai. He'd just be like, he'd walk out the door, he'd just be shaped like a box.
I want bonsai. Can we have that?
Bonsai!
Oh, actually, we probably could if you held your action to shrink for when I started transforming.
Yes!
Unfortunately, I think that lasts a minute.
That's fine.
I do just want to go back and Sai. I have an extra character, so if you guys kill Sai, it will be a big deal. Everybody will remember that.
Yeah. Everyone like this.
I also
have you guys seen A Good Place?
Like, no,
I have not.
Oh.
I have seen The Good Place, actually, yeah.
I was reminded of the time of them killing Janet in the beginning. This isn't really a spoiler for anything, but where it's like, this is totally fine if you destroy me. I'm not a real human being or anything like that. But I will warn you that as soon as you get close to doing that, I will make it sound very real, like you're very much going to hurt me.
I remember that. That show's so great.
I like that between the options of like literally making us murder his player character or just, metagaming to be a little smarter and less insufferable.
Oh, no.
That breaks cardinal rule number 1 of consistency.
Yeah, Trevor is nothing if not committed.
Lord.
Do you not remember his one-man fight at Moria in that dumb mobile game that we played?
Oh my fucking god, yes. I got so many fucking DMs from people like, can you please make him stop? And I'm like, what makes you think that I have that power? What about any of our interactions thus far makes you think that I have any kind of power?
Oh my god.
The game is fucking great. Yeah, it's like a Lord of the Rings strategy game, right? And
yeah,
one person can accomplish nothing in this game. It takes an entire army of people with multiple armies to do anything. Trevor wanted to control Moria. We were like part of the weakest faction and had no power to do anything that season. But by the gods, Trevor was gonna fight for Moria, and he did.
Against
hundreds of people.
Jesus
wait.
Christ.
I held for like 36 hours.
Wait a minute. Did you at least yell, "There is still one dwarf in Moria that yet draws blood"?
I don't remember the exact quotes. It was mostly against Russians that were trying to take me out of the area. But yeah, there were some Lord of the Rings.
And these were our allies, mind you, that he was fighting against.
Jesus.
But it's important to note, Trevor says he held the mines of Moria for 36 hours. That was also the same 36 hours that they were like bending marching to Moria. Like, it was not like he was manning the walls, like fighting people and throwing people off like ladders and shit. No.
Oh, no. Yeah,
like,
if people want you dead, you die in like 3 minutes.
They were just like casually moseying over there, and Trevor's just like fucking stabbing them in their heels and shit and running away.
I don't know. I think I was very effective at slowing them down.
Yep, you absolutely would, Scythius. Thank you.
Cheers.
Ridiculous.
That's the other worst part of Trevor playing Scythius is now when he says something outlandish, both Drew and I and other chats are like, okay, Sai.
Like, all right, yeah.
Calm down, Sai.
That's par for the course, yeah. Although bonsai, I'm literally writing this one down.
And I have
for
inspiration
later.
So when Sai dies, his armor just makes him bloom into a little potted plant, Groot style, and we just keep that, and that's the better version of Sai that we keep on the ship.
He comes back like Baby Groot.
Yeah, but like in the
but then we have to deal with teenage Sai. Can you imagine that? Like moody teenage Sai?
No, he's a tree. He's just a tree. We put him in we put him in his little shit closet and close the door, and we never have to think about him until we want to have that
the tree.
little bit of.
Like Kashima can go in every now and again and like cast light on him and be like, "Here you go, bitch."
I mean,
shut the door again.
Kashima could, but why would he?
Why would he give Sai sustenance if he only lived off of photosynthesis?
And that's how Sai died a second time.
I will say that Sai has completely removed the need. Like, before, Flix was all sources of mischief for the party, and I was constantly getting in trouble. Flix is so busy making sure that Sai doesn't get everybody in trouble that he no longer has time for mischief. So there is a follow-on positive effect of this.
It basically means that 100%, actually over 100% of our chaos budget is consumed by Sai.
Yeah. Oh god, it is.
Sai is new Karen.
I think you need to learn how to diversify your chaos resources a little bit better.
We have so many points in chaos. Like, we have so many points in chaos, but Sai just makes it so, like, all of our chaos points are just wasted in our spec.
We would like to diversify, but my god, he just takes them all.
Yeah, my whole mischief tree is completely wasted.
You've become like a serious character now, and it's honestly pretty disconcerting.
It is actually. I wouldn't call that a positive effect of Psy. I would call that a net negative effect of Psy. Because
Except
Flick's
now,
mischief is excellent mischief.
but when's the last time we complained about Flicks now?
It's been
Okay,
actually too long.
Are we counting Drew or just general party complaints?
What general party complaints?
Okay, yeah, because Drew's a whole different spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
It's
entries.
my-
There's so many there.
It is my personal prerogative to have issue with Nick and vice versa in every game that we play, I think. I don't know why it's that way.
I think it's that way because you and I enjoy the conflict between the characters. Like, it's fun.
Well, and
Sure, we'll go with that.
I enjoy you two doing it because then I get to be the middle guy of like, okay, guys, let's just everybody get along, and that like never happens in my life. Normally, I'm the aggressor, so it's a nice role you all allow me to play. But now Sciatheus has ruined that.
Also, you and I tend to play opposite archetypes in each of our games. Like, Victor is like the serious leader type, and Andrew was the persnickety, I'm gonna poke your ego Raven, and in this one you're the serious academic, and Flix is the ridiculous fairy cat boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all tracks.
All tracks.
All right, it's been 30 minutes. You want to play some D&D, I guess?
Oh,
Hell yeah!
I thought we were
Really?
talking about the personalities of our, made-up
The
fantasy
talking-
characters.
Arctis the Talking Dead comes after Arctis Dead.
We're never getting out of this place if we just fucking Talking Dead it up first.
That's
We're
true.
never
You'll...
getting out of this place, period.
Well, that's true.
It's not House Hamaki, I swear.
No, it's
There
not
are
about us
9
getting-
MacGuffins that over
Yeah.
like 5 sessions we've collected like 4 of them, Christina.
I'm not even sure what we're doing outside this
I
building.
I
anymore.
love you, Christina, but you did not design this to be a brief experience.
This feels like somebody being like,
She did, and we just came in the wrong door.
no. This is a direct response to like us not like playing along while she's doing like the lore exposition. She's like, fine, you fuckers don't want lore, have this fucking 9 MacGuffin maze. I'm
Each of
What do
which
you
delivers
want?
a little
What do you
piece of
want
lore
from
when you
me?
interact with it.
I want to go back to Borealis.
Akashima's
This
been
man just
pretty
wants to be back
upfront
to
about
the
what
inn.
Akashima wants this whole
Yeah,
time.
just like,
Akashima's like,
fucking sign.
I just want Animal Crossing with slightly more murder. That's all Akashima has ever wanted from this
Akashima
game.
like points to a shirt he's wearing that says, I just want to go back to Borealis. And just fucking, come on, read the shirt.
Did you print that yourself, Akashima?
Well, if nothing else, I don't really buy much with my gold.
You need to live in order to make it back to Borealis. So, hopefully you'll live through Castle Vicatus. Shall we?
Hold on.
What?
I just put out season 1 of Arctis was like a Monster of the Week anime.
Yeah.
Season 2 was just House of Maki. And season 3 is just this fucking 9 MacGuffin dungeon. What is with the pacing in this fucking show? Did it switch studios? Who's the showrunner?
Bitch, my MacGuffins have MacGuffins. They're the MacGuffin. The Big
I'm not
Mac
bluffing.
Guffin.
I'm not bluffing, they're my MacGuffin.
I'm not bluffing with my
They're
MacGuffin.
MacGuffins.
God damn it. The Lady Gaga D&D song. Roma.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared to be so upset tonight.
I'm
You
glad.
never are.
I mean, apparently Rain left in anger and
Yeah,
disgust.
She's got to go look up what bluffing about MacGuffins means. Is that sexual?
Bluffing?
I am not in...
Attack.
Speaking of House Hamaki, I'm not in it. I see my character icon, but I do not have
Yeah, we've
a
been
map.
freed. We're out.
Well-
We're just out in the snow now.
You should be on the
Probably.
loading screen.
You're in the loading screen.
Yeah, we're.
Is it because
we're
the
in,
game is paused?
I mean, everybody's just
the
in the
game's
loading
also
screen. It is paused. But
Which
you
always
should be
seems
on.
to have a different, like...
You should be on the
tech
loading
experience for us,
screen
Yeah,
and
me
not
too.
the Vicatus screen.
What browser do you use?
Chrome.
Okay.
I also see you in the loading screen, so I don't know why you are.
I will dare to refresh.
Dare to refresh.
Dare.
I mean, it's Foundry, so Correction. It is Foundry with the amazing maps that Christina inflicts upon Foundry's poor, delicate
Push it to the limit.
architecture.
Papa, walk along the razor's edge. Okay.
Christina, look, there are fetish videos about the size of the maps that you shove into Foundry.
Yeah, give me those 5,000 by 5,000 pixels, you dirty whore.
Yeah, I'm seeing game paused. I've got snow and mountains in
Yeah.
the background,
Yeah.
and I see the four of us. That's all
Yes, that is correct, because that's our loading screen, which we are currently on.
I got. Oh.
Everyone sees that.
Y'all were acting like I wasn't supposed to be seeing that.
No, this is why I
No, this
said
is just our screen where I keep you so you don't escape while I'm telling everybody about the fucking what we did last session. This is
all the
I
dark-
hold
This
everything.
is, the side playpen, the dog cage, the kennel.
A request for a future feature on this. Could you just have a bunch of doors?
Nope.
Wait, just doors?
Just doors that I can click.
No.
Click it.
Absolutely not. No!
There.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
It's open. It's closed.
Nice. Akasha was literally trying to leave. Get to the door!
Invisible walls are your bane. I've corralled you in.
That's just season 4 of Arctis. It's just the invisible walls done.
God, I know that the collision in my games is very suspect, so... Ahem. Meanwhile, in Arctis, we are once again brought to Castle Vicatus, where a gloriously friendly teddy bear named Teddy is bringing you all on a magical adventure of friendship and camaraderie through a glorious castle with a welcoming host and, a kidnapped princess. Truly a fairy tale time in our world. I don't know why you guys are so depressed. This is great. One of your first things that you did as you were making your way through the house was dodging the rampaging, animated armor guardians that were patrolling the outside of the castle. And escaping those, getting inside of our lovely fairy tale castle has turned out to also be not safe, full of traps, and, a bunch of little friendly dolls that you have to collect in order to unlock the room where you think your friend Catherine Ravensblood may be held. Now, after finding what I believe is four of these dolls, if I can count correctly.
I don't remember. It's like 4 or 5.
Like some
Who
of
knows?
them.
Some number out of 9.
Your most recent puzzle has led you to a statue with curious lights, and when touched and clicked, allowed access to different parts of the wing. One area of the wing led to a desiccated werewolf, entirely exsanguinated. That means drained of blood. And then another area of the wing held a fearsome shadow demon. The third area of the wing seemed to smell of rot and decay, but did not hold any sort of terrible monster within. And after solving the puzzle and not getting exploded by the magical trap, you were rewarded with a doll night shifter and another piece to the puzzle. Additional MacGuffins remain. We will return now to the first floor of Castle Vicatus.
Too many MacGuffins, too many MacGuffins.
The many MacGuffins.
We're actually
Stuffins
collecting.
with MacGuffins.
We're actually collecting these MacGuffins so we can get another MacGuffin for our actual world quest.
It's just a little Russian dolls. Like, what just keeps popping out.
It's all MacGuffins down here.
You have just solved the puzzle of the statue, and it has plunged the rest of the room into darkness. the lovely little clickables no longer existing. There was a resonating click as the lower 2 doors were now accessible.
Did
Well,
we?
we already
Did we actually
examined them.
investigate the shadow room?
I believe Flix opened it.
We were about to investigate the shadow room, if I recall correctly.
Perfect.
Yeah, the door to the south, it clicked. It might be open.
Right. We should make sure that we investigate each of these rooms carefully, though, shouldn't we?
Oh,
Yes,
you're
we
right.
still have the silver key that might fit something. That Akashima found by playing with the adorable kitten.
I missed the cat.
Flix, you
right here.
open the door to the room, and there is no fire in the fireplace. It is cold. On the table is a single wax-sealed letter. The bed appears slightly frumpled. You are next to a wine rack loaded with very dusty bottles that do appear to be full of wine.
Do be careful with those wines, sire. Some of them in this house are quite valuable.
Oh, okay. It's just grape juice, though.
Well, yes, in the same way that the finest sword ever made is just a bunch of rocks.
No, it's made of crystal. Looks at his own sword.
You might not be far off in that. It really is spectacular work, Ray.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
Well, there's an envelope. Flick shrugs, picks it up, and breaks the seal.
Okay, the red wax snaps off neatly. There is a folded letter inside, and with what you can see without removing the letter from the envelope, it has very neat handwriting scrawled in dark black ink. Sorry, a reddish black ink.
Are you looking for the cat, Akashima?
There's
He's
no,
not there.
there's no cat under the bed.
This looks like it might be blood? What do you think, Rain?
Does it look like blood?
Or very red ink. I honestly can't tell.
Does it have
It
a
could
smell?
be just decorative ink. It does not appear to be textured in any way, Flix.
Well, there might be a terrifying trap associated with this, so I don't know. Be ready to.
I mean, the
dispel
last
me or
letters
whatever.
that we did read were kind of trapped, yes.
Right. Do you want to have a look? Flix sets the letter down on the table and slides it slowly until it's like here.
Well, Rain has Detect Magic up. Is it anything here detecting magic, letter included?
The letter is non-magical.
You're probably fine, Flix.
All right. Well, if I go mad or what have you, you know what to do. Pick it up, flick it open. What's it say?
Inside, it appears to be a decree of some sort. Written on it is a very sternly worded letter and rules written against the usage of soulcraft. And it appears to be kind of like the outline of a bill or a rule of law. There are no signatures on the bottom, but the details very strictly prohibit the use, tampering of, and transfer of souls as a currency or power source.
Soulcraft. Have we witnessed anything resembling this while we've been here?
Yes. Well, oh, you mean specifically in House Vicadus?
Well, just in general. Was that soulcraft in
House
Hamaki?
Hamaki? Yes. Also, House Styx? Yes. Also soul crafting.
Interesting.
Pekko, also sort of soul crafting, actually. Fun fact, mana flow. But kind of like self soul crafting.
Pekko is
So
in
the
your
good
head,
guys.
clearing her throat. In the name of science, she says kind of quietly.
All right. Who signed this decree?
No one has, at least on this piece of paper.
It looks like somebody tried to make it illegal and it didn't quite pan out.
Oh, also, Flix. I will give you, just by looking at it, there is room for 6 signatures on this piece of paper. They're all empty.
But it looks as though all the heads of house that have signed the other letters that we've come across were supposed to sign this one. It really does seem as though the government here completely broke down.
Wait, that does make sense when you think about all these weird-ass houses that are constantly getting built. Like, who is really in charge here?
Well, if House Lunesti was kind of the last vestige of Lacari borealis, is that? Or what is the name?
It's a Locari Polaris.
Locari Polaris.
Polaris.
If House Lunesti was kind of the last vestige of the old reign of Locari, then stands to reason that if they were trying to push an agenda to stick with his will, that's why they were deposed, yes? What we might be seeing is artifacts of that era right before their dissolution.
Why would Vicatus keep all of this? Do they not actually live here?
No, like I said, Sai, I suspect that this is... I'm guessing, mind you. But I suspect that this is a construct born from a sort of collective magical trauma.
Or perhaps it's
the house we're in?
It's also pretty dusty in here. Perhaps this is just an old wing of the house that doesn't see any use anymore for various reasons, and that's why there's all this old shit over here that seems to be lost and forgotten.
That's also entirely possible.
I'm confused. You're saying this house could be a construct, I think you called it? Like, if that's true, couldn't, like, all of Arctis be a construct? Doing exactly the same thing?
What if Sai's a construct? What if Akashiba's? What if we're all constructs?
Saithius, try not to hurt yourself too badly there.
I mean, he's got a point. It's always possible, Sai.
It's not possible. I am Bugbear. How stupid can you be?
I swear to God, that fucking 5G is turning my neighbors into constructs.
I'm just saying that if there were a sufficiently powerful spellcaster, that everything that we're experiencing could be the product of an illusion. That's all.
I'm glad that Flix is the Arctis version of that guy who says we're in the Matrix.
I mean, the Queen of Light and Shadow has on more than one occasion trapped a mortal in a world of her own construction that to all appearances seemed real to them for decades. It has happened.
It's also just possible that we've been brought here by some third party that we're not yet acquainted with. Not necessarily Teddy, but perhaps Teddy is their emissary, and we're supposed to be finding all of this, and House Vicatus has no idea that we're here.
It's also possible.
Oh God! Speaking
if
of
that's
which,
true,
I haven't
then
seen
why
Teddy
are they
walk on his
fucking
own
trying
yet.
to kill us?
Teddy walks in the door.
Why are you trying to kill us, Teddy?
He's our friend, Flix.
I'm Teddy, and I'm your best friend.
Well, best friends don't trick each other into getting murdered, Teddy.
Technically speaking, I don't think Teddy has tricked us into anything. He's actually been rather upfront about everything thus far.
Well,
I'm your
more
best
like...
friend.
Yes,
I wouldn't go that
yes.
far, Teddy, but yes, sure. We'll allow it for now. Is there anything else in this room?
I don't know, but I'm about to fucking find out.
Flix, there is one additional letter that is here in the bookshelf. You find it pressed between a couple pages of a book, half hidden.
I'm so relieved that this isn't an incredibly powerful magical item suited to my skill set. But there is another letter here.
Okay. Are you gonna read it?
Oh, what if it's a trap?
Is it magical?
The letter? No, the letter's non-magical.
I think you're fine, Flix.
All right.
Unless there's like, some kind
Teddy's
of
magical,
biohazard
though.
in there.
He points the letter at you, but if I go crazy...
Yes, murder you immediately. Understood.
That's not the deal, he says, unfolding the letter. You're supposed to dispel the curse or what have you.
Right, try to dispel you, and then if that doesn't work, immediately murder you. Right,
Why are you suddenly... Never mind.
Don't do that, Rain. That's very permanent. It's not like you can just bring Flix back.
Because it's just funny to tease him, Akashiba.
Oh, okay.
Flix,
Yeah, what's in the letter?
you find a flowery poem It is full of
Ooh, erotica.
it is full of it is full of phrases that are talking
Erotica.
about no, not porn.
I didn't say porn, I said erotica.
I would say it's relatively passionate in talking about the similarities between fire and ice. In that sense, it's a little bit trite. You would say you've seen better fairy work, but it seems to be written from Vacaris to Narcissa.
Vacaris? Vacaris. Do we know who Vacaris is, right?
We know that there's the Vaki house. We know about. I believe we've heard of Vacaris, but we don't know of him.
And who's Narcissa?
Flicks? Question mark? Rain, you can roll history with advantage. Nice double 18s. With your Arctis history, Vacaris is the name of the Vaki leader, who originally had wielded a Obliteratus maul to fight back against the undead that were plaguing Polaris before it was Polaris. He was essentially a hero, but he and his people were used to be surface-dwelling elves, and they made a pact with a Fire Lord. And after the destruction of many undead that were plaguing the surface of pre-Polaris, they had fulfilled their pact and went to live underground, protecting portals and areas where the Fire Lord deemed necessary. And thus, the Vaki Drow were born. Also, with a 23, Narcissus, it's a relatively common name, but it might be referring to, just due to the age of the letter and the reference to Vacaris, that Narcissa was a elven mage who became a lich and had to be severed off from Arctis due to the many atrocities that she had committed, mainly involving soulcraft.
A couple of individuals who are certainly of no interest or note to anybody left alive anymore, that's for sure. Like, literally nobody on the entire continent of Arctis could possibly care about either of these two individuals. I can say that with some degree of confidence.
Seems like you're holding something back, right?
Drew's just being an asshole.
Flix glances over the bottles of wine. Oh no, these are garbage. If you want to, drink up, sire.
No, they're people from the past. They're both elves, I think. Didn't we're aware of House Vaki and the one ambassador of House Vaki that we let go from House Amaki, right? Before?
Yes.
Do you remember that red-haired drow ambassador in House Hamaki that we let go?
Oh, all the way back in that field that we were fighting in the camp.
No. Back in House Hamaki, when there was like the whole ball going on for the one corpulent demon lady.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was like
it was
2
the
days
red-headed
ago.
drow. Yeah, it was like literally yesterday. Fix.
It all runs together, right? Come on.
Honestly,
I don't experience time the same way you do.
Flix experiences like 5 different multiverses at the same time.
Well, anyway, Vacaris was the leader, I suppose, of that group of drow who now live underground. The other one is just some scrubby mage who became a lich this one time, and a bunch of people kicked her ass out.
Oh, that doesn't seem important at all.
No,
At least
obviously not.
also Rain from... I will give you with a 23. Narcissa herself, yeah, she was also a reborn. She became a lich. And she was very, very upset at the Ascended for Tessa for what she had done with the Slow, because it had killed off most of her people, some of the frost elves of Asir. They are very rare now, and very secretive because of this.
That.
I've never even heard of a frost elf. They must be close to extinction at this point.
There's a lot of
Not much excuse
types
for
of
becoming
elves out there.
a lich and experimenting with forbidden and awful magical technologies, mind.
Honestly, there's so many types of elves out there, Flicks. Like, I could call myself a dirt elf or something, and like people would be like, "Oh, dirt elves, you're so rare."
Ooh, dirt
Like,
elf. Ooh, mud elf.
There's a new elf every week. It doesn't matter.
Elf of the week.
Anyway, it is interesting though that this guy apparently like murdered undead or something with his like fancy mace, and she was a lich though, and they're writing love letters to each other. That is somewhat interesting, but again, certainly nobody on the entire face of Arctis could possibly care about who these people are anymore, right? That would be ridiculous.
Akashima watches this exchange and is like internally thinking, I probably should not laugh. Maybe I will seem stupid.
Azrael's not even sure what she's talking about.
Teddy's
Rain?
just waddling up behind
Or
Saithius.
Rain.
I was gonna say, is this an Azrael
Uh,
crossover?
It is a Kamos crossover, yes. Okay, well, Sai, are you going to open these doors, or are you... I mean, you're kind of, like, missing half your torso there.
Well, it's mostly just my mind. It was all like not physical damage that thing did, but what's
Oh, no, but
bothering
you do
me
have,
here
like,
is-
a large hole right there where, like, it stabbed through you with its claws.
Oh, that's just a flesh wound and you know, a bark wound. But
Right.
what's bothering me is that these doors smelled like apple pie before, but I'm not getting any of that now.
What
you
if,
think
what if you
somebody
just had
Akashima was
brain
the only
damage?
person who said anything about apple pie before. Did you also
No,
smell
I-
apple pie?
I smelled it too. Yeah.
Hmm.
But it
Interesting
didn't.
that you only choose to bring that up now, Saithius. What are you keeping from us?
What? No. What? I brought it up multiple times when we were talking about the colors and we were trying to make them the apple colors, but you didn't listen to me, and then we did something else and it worked.
Oh, right. So everything. Okay,
Well,
good.
Describes
Well-
so many situations.
We find worked because we did not get apple pie, so I question this worked.
Well, I
But
think
what
the apple
if-
pie's through these doors.
What if this entire experience has been leading up to feeding us dessert?
Would you trust it? Like, everything here is like weird booby trap, teddy bear, explosives, bad thing.
I would not trust it. I'm just positing that this entire experience was
I already
leading
got
up to
one-
dessert.
I got punched in face by doll. I do not trust anything.
Well, do you want to open these doors?
I'd be willing to be punched in the face by a pie once, just to say that I did.
Christina, Rain read the runes on this. Have the runes shifted so like this door is no longer booby trapped to like drown us?
Yes, you still have your detect magic on, and that is correct. The magic that was emanating from the doors is no longer there, as well as the delayed blast fireball spinny pivot death that was attached to it.
Oh, spinny pivot death. That's good.
I love that.
At least from
I love
the
that for us.
arcane at least from the arcane signature, I believe these doors are no longer trapped. However, they might be trapped mechanically, I don't know.
Sure.
All right, let's have a look then.
Before we have a look, Sai takes a deep breath and heals some health.
All right, Sai, you take a second wind and heal. Whew, max.
Max.
16 hit points.
Nice.
Sai, come here. Give me a hand.
Oh, sure.
Size practicing is recovery breathing right now, Flick. Excuse me.
All right, just like I taught you, hold the light this way.
Oh, the one was me.
All right, perfect. Well, it seems fine to me. So, is it locked? I try the handle.
It is not locked.
All right.
Right, when you open the door, Saithius, it swings forth on creaky hinges. Inside the somewhat dimly lit room, excuse me, hold on, I need to clear my throat. You see a pool in the center of the room, and it appears to be somewhat deep. Along the sides of the room are large ornamental statues. Its hands folded in prayer. Along the outside edges of the room, in certain places, are long stone slabs meant for sitting and drying off, as this is probably a room for bathing and comfort, talking, a social area. There are 2 large chests on either side of the room. They are both closed. Oh, I apologize. Jesus, literally the most important thing. Inside the pool, floating, that is face down, is a small doll. It floats in the center of the pool.
Nothing is showing overt danger.
Oh, this is pretty.
Rain, there is a very strong signature of magic coming off of that pool as you open the door.
Sadius trumps
I
right into it.
immediately starts going into it. I gotta recharge my armor.
Sai, you begin to sink rapidly.
Even just putting a foot in?
There is...
You are fully in, sir. You don't have a foot in.
I don't have a half block to go to. But he steps a foot in. He's just trying to get some water for his armor to recuperate after that last battle.
Scythius, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that was almost 19. 14?
As you place your foot upon the surface of the water rushes up to meet your foot. And there is a sucking sound as you are knocked off balance and sucked into the water. You begin to sink rapidly.
How deep is this?
You do not know, as you cannot see the bottom.
He turns around and tries to grab the edge, if that's possible.
Make me an athletics check, please.
Oh no.
11.
You see the tips of Sai's fingers reach up and grasp the edge of the pool, leaving a little bit of wetness in their wake before he disappears underneath its surface.
Oh, no.
Can I tell what type of liquid this is? Like water or something totally different?
Make me a nature check.
18.
It is entirely, excuse me, it is entirely too viscous to be water. It has the consistency of Jell-O, even thicker. Ever seen thick water? It comes it comes in bottles. It's meant for people who have trouble swallowing, but it's disgusting. But it's very, very slimy. But anyway, it's got a very high viscosity. Is more slimy than water. And as you sink down, you start getting this in your ears and your nose, and it is very unpleasant and very, very heavy to wade about in. And when you get about, I would say, 15 feet down and you start feeling the pressure in your ears popping, you stop descending and kind of float sink in the center of the pool.
What
How do you
the?
react to what's going on?
Sai, at least, with your nature check, I will also give you this. What you are in could actually be sentient.
Huh.
Hey, Sai, that pool is extremely magical. Which I would have told you if you had waited, like, half a second longer.
Oh, yeah, but I thought maybe, like, my magical armor would like the magical pool because it likes water before, but this isn't water. It's very weird. I don't know how long I can hold my breath for, but I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm. Can't you just, like, turn into something that, like, breathes water or something? Rain, like, kind of, like, leans over the edge of the pool, just looking down at him.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but this is weird water, so I don't know if, like, a fish can breathe it or a crocodile. I don't know what to become.
What do you mean it's weird water? Besides being magical, what's weird about it?
Well, I mean, it sucked me in, and it's like thick and.
Oh, it honestly kind of looked like you just like did like a cannonball into it and then like panicked at the last minute and tried to bail out.
Oh, no, I just stuck my foot in, and then it pulled me in. But I'm having trouble holding my breath much longer. Any suggestions?
Swim out?
He feebly tries to swim through this liquid. Is that possible?
Saithius, you currently cannot swim. This would actually require a grapple check.
All right, well, I'm going to activate my Cloak of Arachnida and start climbing up the wall. So just like getting the armor completely against the wall and starting to climb using that capability.
All right, Sai. Make me a athletics check, please.
$16.
One moment. Sorry, my token is slightly messed up. One moment, please. You begin to very slowly ascend. Sai, you are minus 10 feet now, but that is all you can manage, as this is very difficult terrain. Rain, the surface of the water starts to wiggle somewhat rhythmically.
Oh, it's a fucking slime, I bet.
I mean, I expect so. I dropped you a rope, Sai. Do you want a sleight of hand check to see how good my knots are, Christina?
Yes, please.
Pretty good.
All right, Flix, you drop the rope down. And it very, very slowly floats down to Saithius.
I got
it's
it.
tied over here if this was something that could be tied to.
Okay. Rain and
Otherwise,
Akashaba.
I tied it to one of the candelabras, like just outside.
Rain and Akashaba, make me a perception check, please. Rain, you are concerned at the wiggling of the water and the drowning Saithius, but Akashaba, you swear you hear some soft giggling coming from the water. It is quiet, and it's definitely not coming from Teddy behind you. It is low and somewhat mirthful. But it sounds like the bubbling of water.
Akashba looks around for a sec and like kind of turns in circles and walks over to Rain. The water is laughing. We need to hurry up. We need to get him out.
Well, I can't really do anything about that other than, like, we can pull on the rope. But if it's laughing, that means it has a sense of humor, and maybe it's just, Josh and Sai. Hello, pool of water. How are you?
There is a
Please pull.
bubbling coming from underneath the pool. So you think, make me a Constitution saving throw.
If he starts getting down to low in oxygen, like knowing that he can't hold his breath any longer, he would transform.
Okay. All right.
I think D&D characters can hold their breath for a surprisingly long time.
They can, actually, yeah. It's based on your con, so it's a certain amount of rounds, and then... So Sai is okay for quite a while. I just wanted to get an idea of what his con saving throw would be.
He's also calm in this situation, so that helps him, like, hold his breath longer.
And with at least the rope and Rain helping out, you feel that slowly they will extract you from this pool.
Team, keep it up.
The pool continues to bubble. And just as Sai is getting out of the water, a water-shaped hand comes out of the pool and grasps him right around the belt and tries to pull him back in. Sai, you can make me a contest. This is a grapple check. So you can make me a athletics or acrobatics check, whatever's higher.
Neither are good. Yeah, we're gonna try to dodge
Flex
this
runs
one.
away, just knowing that.
He just saw like the hand reach up for him. He knows that it's an ooze. He didn't expect it to have pseudopodia.
Sai, and you manage to escape. As you tear free of this incredibly thick water pool, you expect it to be dripping off of you in glorpy layers. But as soon as you're extracted from the water, it all comes rushing off of you as if it were normal water, leaving you wet.
Flex, I think you're onto something, that this is all just
rumble.
a weird dream and fabrication, and none of this is real.
Well, it has a sense of humor because it's laughing at you, Sai. So that means it's more sentient than most of the slimes we've encountered. Hello!
Said so that only Rain can hear. It might be more sentient than Sai is.
Hello, friend. Would you like to speak with us?
Yes, hello. Oh, actually, if you give me just 10 minutes. Actually, I don't even need that. I put on my hat of comprehend languages. Hello, can you understand me?
In Aquin, you can now understand the pool's rumblings.
I pass the hat around so everyone can talk.
Oh, it's been ages since I've had a visitor. Oh, no, come back. I promise I'm very friendly. Oh. What appears in the pool, one moment. For some reason, they all show up dead, and I don't know why.
That's a pool elemental? Oh my god, I'm so excited.
The water rushes up to form a strange, watery form. Let me show you. Oh, somewhat reminiscent of a leviathan or serpent. But this one kind of looks like a bulgy-eyed koi fish as opposed to a terrifying water dragon. And is more comical than fearsome. And I'll close that.
Well, I think we're safe, judging by this theme music.
Yeah, no, we'd probably hear something bad, right? If it was really bad.
I mean, certainly your crossbow would be going off, right?
That's true. It hasn't failed me yet, and there's been no warnings whatsoever. I don't think this creature intends us harm. At least unless we harm it, I suspect. Hello. I'm Flix, Duke of Cats. This is Rain Silversong, Akashaba the Mighty, and the poor fellow that fell into you not long ago is Saethius.
Oh, you speak Aquan. Ah, that's so nice. It is a pleasure to meet all of you.
But really, how do people get permission to build these kinds of houses? Really, I am so confused at this point. Kashima says, like, peeking back in through the door.
Well, if you're rich enough, you don't have to ask anyone permission for anything, Akashaba.
This feels like something you would need permission for, truth be told.
So, you mentioned that you have been alone for a really long time?
Yes, no one comes to visit me anymore. Now my waters are cloudy and thick with grime.
Oh.
Well, how can we fix that for you?
Sometimes the legged ones would come in and scrape my bottoms. Would you scrape my bottom?
Saethius would love to scrape your bottoms.
Oh, yeah, I was trying that, but I need you to not suck me down when I'm scraping your bottom.
Well, how are you going to get to the bottom if he doesn't suck you down, Saethius? You're a big tree, you'll float.
Oh, what's your name, by the way? Can we call you something?
My name is Ool. Please note,
Pleasure to meet you, Ool.
there is no P in it. Please keep it that way.
Pool. Master of the pool, I see. Okay.
You heard the creature sigh. No peeing in the pool.
Yeah, maybe someone else should do this. I was hoping to cycle some of my nutrients.
No, Saethius, you're perfect for this. This is what you were made for.
I'm not entirely sure that that's true, but the fact is that realistically, you and I are probably the best people for the job, Rain.
Oh, no.
Please,
Saithias can get the bottom. It's
so
fine.
much growing on the bottom of the pool, but it's very, very deep.
You're standing rather far back, Akashaba.
No,
Probably
this
safe.
is no. I think you all have this. I'm just going to hang.
So Saithias, if you go down to the bottom, maybe as something that can breathe water, and you just like scrape up the bottom, and I can, as it floats to the top, I can whisk it out.
Oh, that's a great idea. Mr.
also-
Ool or Miss Ool.
I'm gender fluid.
Yes.
God damn it! You were waiting for that.
Damn, that was good.
That was on deck. That was great.
Can fish breathe in you?
I would not suggest it. I have a very high pH. It stands for piranha hating.
Maybe like a little like gator or something, Sai. That would give you little claws to scrape the bottom, all the shit loose.
My waters are not meant to be breathed. They are meant to stay clean.
Well, how did the legged ones clean your bottom before?
They would...
Did you move aside and let them down there so that they wouldn't drown?
What? Don't be preposterous.
All right, Sai is going to begin casting a spell. I'm gonna need some DM ruling here, though. So he's casting Summon Beast because he's not gonna do this work himself.
Okay.
Do work himself, Sai?
Of course not. He is choosing Underwater, and the way the spell reads is that when I cast a spell, I choose water, or like liquid, and the creature resembles an animal of your choice. I believe it's the DM choice that is native to the chosen environment. So I am looking for you to choose an animal that would be able to survive within the liquid that's here.
I need to think of an animal that can survive in a chlorinated pool. Because I think that list is very short.
I think
anything
gators
that
do.
breathes air. Yeah,
Gators?
anything that breathes air. A dolphin.
I've seen plenty of pictures of gators living at the bottom of people's pools.
You know what?
I don't know if that's a Florida myth,
As
but
long
I
as
feel like I've
as long
seen
as
a lot
it
of
breathes
images of
air,
it.
it should be fine.
Yeah,
in a
I would
chlorinated
say
pool for quite a long time.
An air-breathing
Dolphins,
reptile. Gator, dolphin, whale,
a
I would
manatee,
allow.
several manatees,
A singular manatee.
a pack of ravening manatees.
I like this gator solution if you're cool with it.
Alligator,
Rain is just going to kind of like sit on the edge, and no, never mind.
Oh.
Carry on. Never mind.
Oh, well, you also appear to have a doll in you. Do you mind if I fetch that out?
Oh, this old thing. Why, this piece of trash is awful stuck.
There's also some sort of jewelry or pendant there.
It exists on some sort of liminal plane between this one and the next, but not the elemental one, or else I'd be able to just it all out.
Oh, they both exist in some sort of liminal plane, you're saying, the doll and the jewelry.
Yep.
That's...
Don't even know how that happened.
It's most curious. Flex looks across the pool at Rain, like shrugs elaborately, like, what the fuck?
Does Rain have any idea what the fuck that means?
Rain, make me an Arcana check.
I'll roll an Arcana check. Yeah, Flex does not have any fucking...
Rain also has Detect Magic up, so like is like the school of magic is he the source of magic, or is the pool itself have some kind of magic or a
Liminal? Is that citrus flavored?
That's laminal. That's laminate. Wait, is it shiny? And waterproof?
Is it some sort of highly durable flooring?
With Jeopardy now?
At least from what Ool had said, the umbrella is kind of hard to see, and that might have been because of the water, but Rain, as you give it a slightly closer look, it might be because it's in the ephemeral plane.
Oh.
Also, I will have you make a separate Arcana check for the for Ool.
I mean, he's just a groovy elemental. I don't know what I need to know about him. Seems on the up and up.
Yeah, Ool is his own lad. This is his home. He probably does not want to leave, and it is somebody else's job to clean him, and he likes it.
Yeah, that seems totally reasonable.
Meanwhile, the crocodile has gotten to work cleaning.
Oh, let me summon your alligator. Hold on, alligator? Nope. That doesn't exist in D&D. Crocodile? That exists in D&D. Giant crocodile? No, normal crocodile.
Small size. Yeah, it should be actually small size, small beast.
Flix, I think what he means is it's trapped in the ethereal plane, perhaps.
The crocodile is trying to scrape the bottom of the algae-covered pool.
Isn't that something you can do, Rain? Bounce around in the ethereal now?
No. That was a thing I could do with the aid of a potion.
Oh, that was a potion. I thought I never know what you're up to.
Well, actually, hang on. Do I have? I may have had a scroll as well. Let me look, but I don't think I do. I mean, there are other ways for me to traverse the ethereal, sort of. But I don't think I can really bring anything back from it when I do. And I don't really have that type of thing prepared because, it takes time and we're trying to, infiltrate this place.
Ool burbles. Well, I may be able to help you out a little bit with that. This trash, it's polluting me. I can't seem to get it out while I'm sick with all this algae. I might be able to expel it if I'm a little bit cleaner with some help.
Well, that we can certainly do. As algae bubbles to the top, Rain will just use prestidigitation to cleanse the water and pull it out.
All right.
We'll just. He's just the pool vac, and I'm just the skimmer now. That's what's going on.
All right, me. I apologize for this, but I have to ask you a favor.
Who are you asking?
I'm summoning my shadow to help with the cleaning process.
All right, let's summon up the shadow. Was it Flix's shadow? It is. Flix's shadow.
Flix's shadow sighs heavily and nods solemnly and dives into the pool and starts scraping up muck from the bottom.
The cat sadly goes in.
A perfect flip and swan dive into the pool. I mean, he looks just like me. I peel off I literally peel Peter Pan peel the shadow off of my feet and toss it into the pool. And Flix doesn't have a shadow anymore.
All right, Rain, with some prestidigitation, the alligator bottom skimmer in Flix's shadow. It takes some time, as these are not ideal creatures for doing this, but you manage to get off large chunks of coagulated green algae and other pollutants from the very, very deep bottom of this formerly extravagant pool. And as it bubbles to the surface when it's loosened up by the alligator in Flix's shadow, Rain begins to pull it out with prestidigitation, and
we'll use the cleansing aspect of prestidigitation, and while Rain has her mage hand up, she'll pull it out. So we'll dual wield cleaning supplies.
Oh.
Chlorine in one hand, lead in the other.
Oh, that's very, very nice. Thank you. Sai, are you helping out as well? Aside from your alligator pool Roomba
Of course not, but why would he help more?
Of course
He's already doing amazing work.
Ikashima, are you just supervising?
Akashima's just very confused by all this and like doesn't really want to get involved because what if the water changes its mind and tries to kill them?
Yes, water is dangerous. It could kill you at any time. Truly.
It tried to eat Saithians.
Rain will step out into the water to get like all the tough to get places with her ring of water walking that she's had and has never used.
Okay.
Yeah, I should look at all like my random inventory crap and see if there's something here that'll work.
Get all the hard to reach little places, all little corners. Come on, Saithias, I don't know what your problem is. The water's fine.
I'm wearing armor, and it's quite a bit heavier than you.
Rain, you can also help out with this process by kind of shoveling the algae off of the top of the pool. I would allow you to do this in whatever form you feel is most appropriate. But I'll have you make a roll for it. I'll let you choose what you'd like to do.
Rain is just going through with like mage hand and like scooping up a bunch of it, like kind of like pushing it all together and then dumping it outside of the pool and then immediately prestidigitating behind to chlorinate the pool.
Yeah, I'm helping with this process as well.
Just be careful in there. It tried to eat Saithias.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
entirely
besides
sure it tried to
helping
eat
now,
Saithias.
Akashima, come in. The water's friendly.
No, it's not.
Yes,
water,
come
it's
on
living-
in. I'm fine.
It's living thing. No, this is ridiculous.
I mean, it only
Oh.
tried to eat Sai. Like, is that really a big deal? I mean, he did just kind of sploosh in him. What would you do if somebody just jumped onto you?
I thought it was feeding time, finally.
What? See, it eats people.
Well, are you hungry?
What do you eat? What?
Well, not people, admittedly. Not most of
Yeah,
the time,
not
anyway.
People.
Well, it's
Oh.
nothing that I would consider people. Perhaps something that a lower life form would consider people.
Oh, well, does that make you better than me?
Oh, I have no idea.
So he's not a vegan, water elemental, Akashima.
But it is typically frowned upon to consume the meat and essence of sentience, right?
We're literally in a house full of vampires, Flix.
Right, but that's sampling. That's like nibbling. It's not the same.
What? No, it's very terrible. It's all terrible here.
Just little snacks, like num 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 num.
No. What you are to Captain Ravensblood, who I believe is probably like no longer in need of rescue at this point, is Little Snake.
I've missed philosophical discussions while people are enjoying my waters.
I know I'm a snack, Akashima, but there's more to it than that.
So she is girlfriend now.
Well, I do care about her. We are here risking our lives to save her. I mean, there has to be some level
Why are you
of...
so sensitive about title?
Well, because I don't want to misrepresent things. It's not... I want to... We haven't had a conversation about it.
Flix, you're dropping the algae you're pulling out, like, right back in the pool. You got it. Focus, please.
Oh. He flings the algae at Rain. Catch.
So
That's
magic,
not productive.
I think
magic water.
it's fun, though.
Magic water. How many people exactly have you eaten?
Define people.
Humans, elves, bugbears, orcs, trolls, halflings, kobolds.
Well,
Like Flix just starts naming off all the sentients that he can think of.
he thinks, well, I don't know. Some fall in and they drown, and then they are consumed.
Yeah. So why are we like all hanging out in this thing that just admitted it? When things fall in, it consumes them.
Well, because it couldn't talk to them.
So
It's
you're
not
just-
its fault that they fell in.
Well, do you
I don't get the
remember-
impression that it has a lot of agency.
No, but listen, do you remember when I discovered it was laughing ominously? Like, that could have been us.
No, it's just plain. Okay, let me put it a different way. If steak and eggs fell into your mouth and you chewed and swallowed it.
Steak and eggs are dead, though.
I'm just saying, if you accidentally consumed a plate of steak and eggs...
It would never be by accident. I would do it intentionally because it's delicious.
Right. I know, but for the purposes of this analogy, I'm saying, what if you accidentally...
what you're talking about.
Are we saying that the only issue with Uhl here eating Sai is the fact that Sai was not previously dead?
Yeah, listen. And Akash really kind of tilts more to the door and he's like talking very emotively with his hands. If Sai was dead and made into delicious steak, I would have no problem with what Uhl is doing.
Wait, so you would eat steak made out of sentient creatures? Akashima.
What? No, I just eat normal steak.
What do you think steak is made out of,
It
Akashima?
is dead. It is dead when I eat it.
So literally anything dead could be a steak.
I feel like this is just.
Well, I
every
mean, that's not
conversation.
inaccurate. Anything dead could be a steak if it was sufficiently large, or you were willing to eat very tiny steaks.
Well, I assure you the things I consume are very dead before they are eaten. Therefore, it is okay.
What do you do the killing?
That was not necessarily specified.
Well,
Well, then that certainly changes the specifics of the conversation.
Well, I mean, do you kill them or do they just drown by being submerged in water by proxy? Like,
It
are you
is-
actively trying to kill them?
Some things sink and some things float, and some things that sink die. How is this complicated?
He's pretty
And I
complicated.
presume that you aren't actually all that capable of pushing them out if they were struggling, right?
Why would I do that?
To save their lives.
Why
Same question.
would I do that? If they are inside me, that is their choice, yes? And then they sink to the bottom. They clearly want to be with me. They don't say anything to the contrary. Sometimes they go blah, blah, but I cannot understand them.
Nakashima telepathically says, and you all try to make him seem reasonable.
Well, I mean, from a certain
Honestly,
point of
that
view,
sounds
he
pretty
is being
reasonable,
completely
actually.
Not a single one that I've consumed in my waters has uttered a single word of dismay.
So, Uhl, I suspect that you didn't intend to harm anyone necessarily, but most creatures can't speak Aquan, and when they're submerged in you, they can't speak anymore. So they're not really in a position to provide consent for consumption. Do you see what I mean?
But who consents to being consumed?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Well,
I've met some real freaks, Akasha.
But you all very clearly speak Aquan.
Right, because of I used a magic item. He taps the hat that he's still wearing.
Well, if everyone had a magic hat, then I would understand them better. Why don't you go give them a hat? Why won't you give everyone a hat? Then no one will drown, ever.
So what you're suggesting that I leave the hat here so that everyone who comes in can communicate with you. But I would like to suggest this. Everyone who comes in here doesn't want to be eaten. No one does. No one wants to be eaten. Ooh. You don't want to be eaten, do you?
I don't eat everybody. I'm not a glutton. I'm not hungry all of the time.
I understand. But if a thinking being that is capable of language, even if they don't speak Aquan, comes here, I assure you they don't want to be dissolved by it.
How do you speak for every being? Are you a king?
You could just ask them up front, excuse me, do you consent to being eaten before you get
Well,
into the pool?
In point of fact, yes. In absentia. But that's irrelevant to the situation.
I generally just go with the flow. Foresight isn't my strong point.
The king is rather overstating the case. It's more like I'm in line for succession and they're looking for me. But it's very complicated. The important thing is that you shouldn't eat people.
I don't understand. Some come into my waters and they enjoy and have a good time. And then some come into my waters and stay for a long time and come and have a good time. But some come into my waters and then they stay for a long time and they have a bad time. I don't understand.
So if they stay in your waters too long, you eat them?
Well, yes.
Flix, Rain, maybe...
I mean, a long time is like until they stop moving, I assume, right? Ooh, like they're no longer...
Yes, they are no longer alive, and then they sink to the bottom, and then I consume them, because...
So see, he doesn't eat anybody who's alive. He just eats people who drown on their own.
Okay, so... Alright, fine. No, you splash around in weird water monster thing. Have it your way.
Well, she will not drown. It is very clear she can step upon me.
Yeah, sure, great.
Which is, I find this very strange. How are you not swimming?
That's a really good question. I find it very strange too.
Curious.
I think it's like the hat. It's another item that allows me to do this.
Oh, yes. The hat of talking. Wait, you said...
It's very useful.
What an inconvenient language that cannot be spoken underwater. Why would you learn this?
Well, we spend a very great deal of our time not underwater, you see. Most of it.
Dreadful.
In fact, I'm sure it is. I assure you that our lives are completely dreadful, but they're what we've got, and we just have to work with what we have.
You are all so dry. Why don't you stay with me and moisten up a little bit?
Will you eat us?
Do you want to be eaten? Is that how this works now? I have to
No, definitely
ask?
not. No, yes, you should always ask. Definitely.
Yes, I should ask, and no, you do not wish to be eaten.
Correct, ever.
But what about that one? He makes like a hand and he points at Saethius.
I was gonna drink you, not be eaten by you.
Oh, so it's okay if you drink me, but it's not okay if I drink you.
Let's not establish
you
any
see,
double standards, sir.
Because really it would be the tree that would be doing the drinking, so not me. It's very complicated, but because the tree's not sentient, well...
What? He, Rain, the water under your feet kind of trembles a little bit.
Well, I think what Akashaba was saying before, something about sentience, and if the thing that's doing the eating isn't sentient, then it's okay?
I don't think that's what we were saying.
No, sorry.
Oh.
You're adding so many wrinkles to this. I'm sorry.
But if a bear eats in the woods...
I don't like the T word.
The
Yeah, let's not talk about them then.
I don't like them.
What
Is
T
that
word?
because they drink you? Or is there like some deep-seated like rivalry going?
A tear drips down the pool elemental's face. When I dream, I have terrible nightmares of those things.
Oh, well, I mean, they are terrible. That is true. They are just terrible, awful things. Sai, maybe you should step outside with Akashaba.
And their leaves, they could get into the water. They just float around and around. And so then they turn to rot and they sink to the bottom and make out filthy things, trees and their leaves. Filthy.
Well, you might be the first person I've met to have that opinion, but it makes perfect sense hearing you explain it.
No foliage allowed.
Understood. No foliage here. How are we doing on this cleanup routine, though? Are you feeling better?
I am feeling more clear-headed as time goes on. Thank you.
It looks like we're almost done, honestly.
Where did your other friend go?
He was afraid that he was going to offend you because of the T word.
Well, he should not say it. It's very rude.
So Akashba, where are we going to put Ool on the ship? I'm confused.
We are not bringing Ool onto ship.
Wait, are you sure? We've been talking to him them for quite some time now.
No, did you not hear?
That's right, I am gender fluid.
They do not wish to leave. Did you not hear them?
Oh no, I was processing about where to put them and stop paying attention.
Just listen to people when they talk. You just never do this. Conversation is two people. Oftentimes, you must listen but also talk, and talk but also listen.
I can't do both at the same time, so I have to choose one.
Yeah, so when someone is talking, you shut up and listen.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not hard.
So where are we putting him on the ship?
He's not going to ship. No ship. He is not coming to ship.
Cool. How do you feel about jacuzzis?
A what?
Like a smaller pool, but like heated and with bubbles.
Are you hitting on me?
I may have been propositioning you for a possible internship aboard our ship, but
We'll get slightly warmer. Oh.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't be able to fit all of Ool, though. We'd have to bring only a small portion of Ool, and I don't know. Can you split yourself up, Ool?
I don't know. Is this all of you in the pool here, or are you part of it and kind of control the rest of the water?
This is my home. He's all 25 feet of it.
As many gallons.
I
Okay.
am many gallons. Yes.
So many gallons.
Yes.
Well, think about it. If you're not getting a lot of attention down here, which I dare say after we're complete with what we're doing here and the house, imagine you'll get even less foot traffic.
I am very particular about where I live. 1, my sides must be smooth and no mud, no holes and no dirt. I am a mighty elemental, and I only accept the smoothest of sides and the sloped stairs. 2, I require regular cleaning. That includes no leaves to be floating in me, no branches of foliage, or any of those trees.
You don't have to say it, Ool. It's okay. We understand.
Thank you. And 3, I must be used regularly.
Well, I dare say we have some rather incredible artificers in our employ. I would imagine we could satisfy all of those requirements.
Hey, Lane, sidebar. He like suddenly says telepathically. What is point of this?
Oh, Kashba, don't you want a hot tub on the ship?
No, none of it's made of fucking this.
It's telepathic, so Ool can't hear it.
Borealis have little snowy hot springs everywhere. Why do we not just go back to Borealis? I hate this place so much.
Well,
but those hot springs didn't exfoliate as amazingly as Ool could,
I don't know what that word means.
I promise you that it's great.
What? Why? You always say things that is seldom true. Oh, Kashiba, come be in great hunt, it'd be fine. And now I'm in stupid fucking vampire city with talking water that eats people, but you guys are like, oh no, he's fine.
Kashiba, will you do me just one favor though? Before,
No.
if you hate it, absolutely, we'll drop the whole idea. But
Shuts the door.
Saya has the other door open.
No, he shuts the door, but then remembers this is telepathic conversation and angrily throws it back open.
Gosh, if you just come to the edge and just put your feet in,
No!
I promise you, Ool will not eat you.
Why would you put foot in living thing? Rain, you are so smart most time. Why are you being so stupid?
Well, he seems to appreciate being like.
Yeah, you just.
Ooh.
What if I walk up and
I don't understand. Don't humanoids put things inside of other humanoids all the time?
No.
Oh yes, yeah, but that's a very intimate sort of thing
different.
for them most of the time.
This is
It's
very
like-
intimate for me as well, I assure you.
No, now you're getting cool.
I appreciate that we're making it weirder.
No, stop.
He's a water weird. What do you expect it to be normal?
This is like equivalent if I walk up to Saithius and I don't know, put my foot in his butthole. It's the same thing.
Well, I don't know entirely about that.
Wait, I've heard that you humanoids do that all the time. In fact, someone was saying, "I'll put my foot in your ass. I'll put my foot in your ass."
Oh,
And-
you put it on cheek of ass, not in ass.
I'm actually pretty sure you have threatened Sai with that though before, at least twice, Akasha.
No, I threatened to kick his ass. He looks over inside, kick the cheek though.
See again with the kicking in the ass area.
Oh my god, you are so fucked up.
I like that at just some point we just started talking out loud, apparently for no reason. I'm glad we did.
Flix exchanges a look with his shadow. Both of them are effectively wide-eyed and shrug at each other.
Well, maybe we'll keep, those lines of communication open. If you're looking for new employment, we might be able to accommodate at some point in the future, but we'll have to convince Akasha, of course.
Rain, I think it's employment.
Well, since you've been so kind into cleaning my insides, let's see about getting the last of this trash out. Can you do anything about this terrible piece of trash stuck in me? The ghost doll kind of floats between the planes.
Well, my magics are rather limited, Rain. I don't really have anything for this.
If you join us on the ship, you wouldn't be in this area, and the stuck thing wouldn't be a problem anymore.
No, actually, can my shadow interact with these things? It is technically a ghost.
I would allow it.
Flix's shadow, heaves a sigh like everyone's an idiot, and then just goes over and scoops up both objects and drags them out of the pool. And then
Flix's shadow, what is your athletics?
I do not know.
It is sticky, as it is actually kind of stuck between the planes. It begins to tug at it, but it may take a while. As it is not quite physical, not quite ethereal. But it's got a hold on it, more than you could definitely get.
Oh. Well, that's something of a surprise. Flix's shadow, rolls its eyes.
Well, it's been stuck in there. Let me see if I can give it a little extra. Flix's shadow will, Ool will attempt to help you. I'm just so tired because of all the algae. Maybe if you all came in for a little swim, I'd feel so much better. It
do you
tugs.
happen to remember who put that in you, or how it got there?
By one of the mistresses of the house. She put it in here. I thought it was just a toy and she was gonna come take a swim.
Do you recall which mistress of the house?
Why, yes, it was the young spiritess. The umbrellas girl. Tabitha.
Oh.
She likes to be called Tabby.
And she's of House Vicatus? Or
Oh.
is she part of a different house, being a spirit?
She's an umbrellas, she calls herself.
Oh,
I think she's very important.
fascinating. Well, maybe that answers our question, gentlemen, of who has placed us here.
She used to come visit me all the time, bring such fun toys.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Have we heard of Tabitha? That name sounds familiar. Have we met a Tabitha?
Usually
think
it's
we
on the
have.
DM's computer all the time.
Was that the one that we saw at the auction?
It is.
Oh.
That's right.
Well,
That's
I
where
thought Tabitha was Styx.
Rain, I'm going to give you a inspiration point because you remembered.
Shit. She was the weird little like spirit girl, not the one that was in one of the boxes up top. She was like the weird one who was like bidding on a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a deep cut. I still think I deserve inspiration for bonsai, though. For the record.
You have met Tabitha briefly, and apparently she has told you a falsehood.
She did a fucking
Or,
thing.
excuse me, it's not a falsehood, because if Styx works for Vicatus and she works for Vicatus, then...
Technically, everybody works for Arctis, it seems like, around here.
What's the Riker montage? We made it up. It's a fiction. That was written by a writer.
Tabby would bring pool toys and float about.
Teddy, do you know Tabitha?
You're my best friend.
Is Tabitha your best friend?
You're my best friend.
All right, you're gonna continue to be useless. Fine. Well,
Hi, I'm Teddy.
yes, of course, you're Teddy. I don't really have any means of getting this thing out, Flix. If you're not getting the work done.
Teddy hops in.
Oh, Teddy. Teddy, that's probably not a great idea, Teddy.
I think that if it wasn't a great idea, that Teddy would know better, don't you think?
I'm not convinced that Teddy knows better, necessarily.
Oh.
I'm thinking that the doll pops free with a...
All right, finally, Flix's shadow manages to tear this thing out of the ether and manifesting it into the ethereal. Flix, your shadow will dissipate with this.
Got it. What about the jewelry?
That comes with.
Perfect.
I will
Rain will
move
press or will mage hand Teddy up and out of the water. And just kind of have him float there.
that. Teddy is dripping wet.
Oh, now look at you, Teddy. You're soaked. I'll press the digitation him dry.
You're
Why don't
my
you-
best friend.
Yeah. Rain drops him off at the edge of the pool, like right over here. Why don't you go hang out with Sai?
He waddles over to Saithius.
What do you make of this necklace? Perhaps it grants
Um,
access to the ethereal plane?
I assume that this necklace is like one of these necklace pieces that we've been looking for.
It is.
Hey, that's like 5 or 6 now. I don't remember.
This is the 5th doll.
So, what, this is the construction of one very eccentric child vampire?
Well, the different necklaces is actually an incredibly intricate, powerful arcane rune. And these are all different parts of it that will probably unlock something.
The doll that you pull out still kind of shimmers with a blue light, as if it's trying to look like it is on the ethereal plane, but it is in fact very physical. It depicts a girl in a gothic dress and a wide-brimmed hat with big eyes and pigtails. Her skin is a off shade of green that kind of reminds you of Pecco, Rain, and her eyes blaze bright with ethereal energy.
I'm sorry, you said this is Pecco?
No, it just her skin tone reminds you of Pecco's. Pecco is like ghostly green.
Okay.
I will show you a picture of Tabitha. One moment. I think.
And no, she's not a vampire, Flix. She's a spirit.
Wait, the one at the auction was a spirit. What?
Yes. She was a small spirit girl.
Oh, this is adorable. I almost want to keep this one.
Well, I mean, we're keeping all of them. And Rain stuffs it into her Comic-Con swag bag.
The doll is acquired.
Maybe we'll reunite them with their owner. Well, Ool, thank you so much for your assistance. Is there anything more we can do?
Thank you for cleaning me. You said what? You may have a new home for me? I may entertain this. But I want to see it first.
No! Akash opens the door and yells, no!
We will discuss it further. We'd have to convince our friend.
No!
At the very least, we can send a representative. I'm sure if you would not fit in with our airship crew, I'm sure we can find you other accommodations that are at least not so lonely.
I have a very good resume. I have moistened many, many bodies in my life.
I can't help but notice there's a gap in the last 7 years. Where have you been?
You and I have that in common, Ool.
We're both exceptionally moist.
Well, exceptional at creating moisture, shall we say. Is there anything in this room that's valuable to two legs like us? Before we run along.
Well, what could you possibly value more than spirited conversation?
Oh, you raise a valid point, but
He's got you there.
money, knowledge, valuables, art, weapons, armor, trinkets, all those things are also of interest to us. We're foolish creatures, you understand.
Or seeds and ingredients. Add those to the list.
Seeds?
In my head,
Preposterous.
Will you stop with
Ool
the
literally just
botanicals?
looked over at Flix and was like, Flix, what is good in life?
I do not dabble in seeds, but I do believe there was some sort of metallic object lying on the bottom of the pool under all of that algae. Did you find it?
Yes,
Oh, you mean this necklace?
Oh, is that what you call it? What is a neck?
These things. Flix points to his neck. You sort of have one too. It's behind your gills.
My what?
Well, if they would be gills if you were an actual fish instead of a creature that looked like one.
And where are those located?
Flix points to the sides of his head where they would be. Here, but on you.
There, but on where are your gills?
Flix flits over. You look like a fish right now. And he points to one gill. This would be one gill, and then he flits to the other. That would be the other gill. You don't need to breathe through them, though, so for you, they're purely cosmetic.
Oh. Well. Ah. Ho. I see.
Excellent. I strive to enlighten. Flix
See?
is going to give the.
Now we
toss
have-
the room real quick.
We have learned something new. I know. There is something of great value in there. In fact, those that often visit me immediately covet that area. Go and seek the treasures within.
It's towels. Flix stops at the cabinet, turns around to Rain. Rain, it's towels. He turns and opens the cabinet to reveal towels.
Towels! Yes, the coveted ones were always the ones were not used previously. I believe they were used to demoisten the bodies.
Well, actually, that's not a bad idea. Rain grabs one of the towels and throws it at Saethius. There you go. You're still kind of dripping everywhere.
I believe they call it a towel. Because it dries them well.
Yes, the noble house Towel.
Too well, if you ask me. I do flit around the room, poking into nooks and crannies. Do I find anything with that investigation check, Christina?
No.
Aside from precious towels.
You do not find anything aside from precious towels. Feel free to take a towel.
I will always treasure this gift, Wool. And I put a towel in my bag.
You are welcome. Be dry, if that is what you wish. It sounds very terrible. What?
I hope we see you again soon. Do stay clean.
Do you not wish to stay a while and moisten?
Unfortunately, we must be getting off.
I'm sorry.
You are not sorry.
Well, do you happen to know anything else about any other places in this house or this wing of the house? There's like some big clattering, stomping creature down the hall.
Oh yes, how do we avoid getting fucking murdered by that thing?
Well, the noisy thing, I believe, is some sort of construct, but we don't get along very well. He tends to break down in my presence. Emotionally.
Would you like to eat him?
Emotionally?
Well,
Wait, really?
Well, yes, it is fashioned of clearly low-grade metallic material. If it were submerged in me, it would very quickly be dissolved.
Would you...
Or rusted over and rendered useless.
Would you like to do exactly that?
Why would I do that? It is not a desire on my part, simply a statement of fact. It is metal and it will rust.
Well, because it's going to try to kill us.
That is unfortunate. You should probably avoid it.
And we would not be able to secure you new employment if it were to do so.
That is true. You should most certainly not get killed by it.
But if you were to help us, we would certainly not be killed by it.
And what would you require of me besides all I can do is moisten?
Well,
It
it
seems
sounds
as
like
though that's sufficient in this case.
Well, then you're clearly not asking very much of me. I don't have to do anything. It seems like most of the effort is on your part, young one.
so. If we just lured it in here and it just splooshed in, you would take care of the rest? Is that what you're suggesting?
Are you merely asking me to exist? Because if that is the case, then yes, I can persist. I can live on.
That sounds like a possible plan. Thank you for informing us, Ul.
Of course, my depths are deep, and my walls are very, very steep. My walls are steep. My shallow is deep.
Jesus Christ.
It was an absolute pleasure, Ul. Should we be in mortal danger from constructs, we will see you soon.
No, well, please don't die. It sounds like it would be very painful for you.
Got you there.
Goodbye.
So actually gives me an idea then. Perhaps I can just lure it back here and walk on the water and lure it into Ul's pool.
You again. Would you like another swim?
Oh, no, but I'd like my crock, please.
It was not for snacking.
No, not yet. Maybe in like 50 minutes, I can send him back.
Scientist, you need to be careful in there. You are wearing tree armor.
Oh, you're right, but I don't have leaves yet, so it should be okay.
Well, very well. I am disappointed, but The crocodile is shot out of the pool. It lands, it just looks fucking stunned.
Oh, good work. Thanks for your support. But I would like full control of you, if that's okay.
Are you talking to the crocodile?
The crocodile and also the DM.
Yeah, 1 second. I have to, give you access to Mr. Crocodile. One moment.
If it helps do it at the same time, Sai's gonna put Teddy on top of the crocodile, so...
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ.
a thing.
Let me make you the owner of Crocodile. I don't know why I did that, but, okay, you are the owner of Crocodile. You should be able to move him.
Yep.
Okay. You have one crocodile.
Can I mount Teddy?
I will put Teddy. Let's see if my mounting is working today. Sorry, Akasha, but I have to move you slightly. Let me see if. Mount Teddy on Crocodile. Mount Teddy on Crocodile? I think my mounting is still slightly bugged, so. I will consider him mounted on the Crocodile for now.
Oh.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye. I will persist as stated.
Thank God.
The doors shut. And for a moment, we will take a very quick bio break. Why don't we take 5 while Rain is AFK, and I'll see you guys at 8:10. Sound good?
Cool. There be.
BRB.
Fantabulous. See you soon.
Woo. All right. Are we back?
Yep.
Who's back? Oh, it looks like we're still missing Sai. So we will give him another couple moments.
There he is.
What, me? I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
All
back
right.
too.
Clicks back.
Technically,
Akasha
we got
back.
a whole minute.
We got a minute. All right. I was jumping the gun a little bit, and I think we are still waiting on maybe Akasha. I will be patient. For every minute over, Teddy gets 5 feet closer to Akasha.
Hi, I'm Teddy.
It should be Ool that gets closer.
Just Ool is behind him. Oh.
Ool was adorable, by the way.
Oh, did you like Ool?
I did. I thought Ool was cute.
I like how
We're
you're like.
absolutely hiring Ool.
Are you putting Ool on your airship? Where are you gonna fit essentially like a 2,000-gallon pool on your airship?
A
You
lot
don't-
more than 2,000
I
gallons.
Yeah,
heard
yeah, yeah, your
that we have
airship
very
isn't even
complex
watertight.
machinery. That requires water cooling. So we hired the best mechanic to come out and apply the fans.
Yeah, this
So,
is not. This
you
is not
come back, you're
Rain's
like,
problem.
Morris. Let me talk to you about what we call scope creep. All right, sit down. Yeah, you're gonna definitely want to sit down for this one.
This is
He
absolutely.
said there was too much
unnecessary.
energy and too much heat, so we gotta have a solution for him.
You know, putting Lucaris next to Ool and then having Lucaris just be your generator for heating Ool would satisfy all parties involved.
No.
Brilliant plan.
Done.
It does
Okay,
not
so
satisfy,
okay,
it
here's-
does not satisfy me.
you get
I'm
Charlindra from Kamos to make you a custom lava flow, and then you make your own hot spring, and then Akashaba retires to the hot spring in
Like-
Borealis that is
Akasha,
heated
why
by
don't you want a
Lucaris,
Austin?
who you never save, Instead, you have Ool, and he takes over every pool in your hot spring. And you don't save Lucaris, though, and instead you choose to run your own onsen in Borealis for the rest of your days. What do you choose?
This feels like an Akashiba dream.
Oh, now Akashiba has to choose between the light and retirement. No, he has to make a choice. Because if he forsakes Lucaris to do this and retire to his onsen, the light will forsake him. Guaranteed.
I mean, I think it could be okay though for Akashiba. I think the light could forsake him, and then he's just generally helpful in his community because he doesn't even then need the light to be helpful. And then he just settles down with, Shar or the dwarf with the big ass whose name escapes me at the moment. Really,
you forgot her. You forgot her name. Oh my god.
Her name is even Applebottom.
She has a name.
And you know how long? There's a face behind that ass. You know how long it's supposed to be Borealis? I just remember the big ass at this point.
Kalga Applebottom.
You had your shot too.
That storyline is entirely possible and feasible and possible, and I possibly may even have a map for it. So if you wish to, pursue these dark, selfish ventures and tap the power of Lucaris and Ool into other things, go nuts.
So if I retire Akashiba, can we just pick up Dreon?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. But Akashiba's definitely going villain mode if he opens that onsen and forsakes the light.
Well, that's not villain mode. That's just not caring mode. I don't know that that's quite villain mode.
That's that's
Also, this is
evil.
assuming that Akashiba gets to live out his days in peace.
Right, and that's Akashiba in the corner. That's him in the spotlight, losing his religion.
Losing my religion. Because I promise you, Akashiba's death will not be of old age in that case.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? I think...
Do you think if he plopped down Lucaris in a permanent spot for a freaking hot tub, that not everybody on the planet would want to steal the freaking Declaration of Independence that he's got there?
I think he could take Nick Cage in a fight even without the light.
That's probably true.
He's a big old bugbear.
Ah, yes. A level 12 bugbear with unarmed strike and no abilities.
Well, he's got a mace.
Let's go. He's got a mace.
He's got the mace.
He can throw the mace.
That's true.
He is not the source of the fireball from the mace, so I think Nick Cage still gets roasted here.
That might be like the Captain America hammer, because if the light forsakes you, that hammer,
he's gonna pick it up in season 7. I'm still worthy.
I'm still worthy. All right. Well, now that we've already seeded the idea of Akashiba's selfish villain arc, knowing he will not retire of old age and probably die a violent death in that regard, the light has given you, has gifted you with a vision of the future, Akashiba.
Can't he just go back in time and marry Shar and just show up to everyone else as an old man?
Maybe in an alternate universe, but not in this one, bitch. This is the pain universe.
What do you mean go back in time, Akashiba? We just met Shar last Tuesday.
I would go back in time a week.
If I could turn back time.
See him sitting on a bench to say shirt with the khakis. He gives the mace to Saithius, but then thinks better of it and takes it back. It's no.
Oh, Lord. Look at the last time a drow got a hold of a mace that could light things on fire, things went variously poorly.
Is this a Drizzt reference?
No, this is a Kamos reference.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, would we like to try and lure that thing into Ool's pool and, bypass it?
Well, the way I figured is we should just try to sneak past it. But if we fuck that up, then we run to Ool and let Ool do its thing.
But there's so many things that can go wrong like that. Whereas if everybody just hides, we don't have to worry about Sai running off the opposite fucking direction and luring everything else.
When have any of our clever plans actually worked out as cleverly as we thought they were going to?
Honestly, fairly frequently.
Historically, whenever we talk about plans, that's when Saithius gets most likely to walk away.
Saithius,
oh, he's doing it! He's doing it! There he goes! There he goes again!
On
he's
the other
sitting in the
hand, if
gator.
we just let Saithius just walk out in front of everything, eventually he's going to get hit by a bus. And, well,
What's a bus?
it's like a very large construct, but it says wheels and it's a large box.
Why don't we have one of those?
I believe it takes children to school.
In some places, it
why?
does.
Because your mother's ass is a dump truck.
Wait, Sai, stop. Where are you going? Sai, honestly.
Oh, I'm just looking out the pretty window.
No,
There's
Saithius, you're not allowed to do anything.
Sai, you are not allowed to have feelings, think, or do anything autonomously. You look out the window.
Sai.
Sai, outside you see two very regal-looking wolf statues overlooking braziers that are burning with pinkish purple fire. It's rather lovely and decorative, and that is the crux of what you see. It is lit outside of the stained glass window.
Oh, it looks like the front door's out there. Did we want to get inside?
The front door's out there. I suppose. We don't really know where we're at.
Usually the main entrance with all the statues and the lights and the stairs, that's the front door, right?
Wait,
Or like
wait,
a garden, or any number of things.
Wait,
There's
Akashima,
one of those doors.
did you just get yeeted through the glass?
Akashima, don't jump out the window, please.
Apparently, the game's broken. You can actually just glitch out. You can just leave.
So I think that window, for you to be able to see, for you to be able to see out, I think I could stop movement on it, actually. But you can see out, but you can't see in. But I think that also works for the movement. So you can move out, but I don't think you can move back in.
Confirmed.
Yeah, so.
Okay, well,
So I suggest not jumping out the window.
do you see the giant stomping robot thing?
There's a smaller giant stomping robot out the window. I don't think it hears us or sees us, but that's not the one that we're afraid of.
There is indeed, as
Sure.
you look out the window, a patrolling, large, stompy lad who is going through the main, not foyer, but the front plaza.
Well,
That looks like the one that eats the moon. Be careful.
the one that eats the moon. Oh. Well, so here's the thing. Do we want to try and sneak out there? That almost went really badly for us before. Do we want to just try and lure it into Ool's room? You can do whatever you
fit in
want.
here.
I mean, it should fit in here. This is a rather large hallway.
What's the real question
Saithius,
is-
you, instead of wandering off, you could contribute to decision making.
Oh, that was contributing. I was contributing to the decision of checking the next window.
Well,
As
you
you
see,
peer out, you see more of the wolf statues. But from your vantage point, you can't see the other animated statue anymore. Oh, now you can. He just moved slightly. It's far to your south. Rain doesn't appear to see it, and I don't think Akashima can see it from his vantage point.
I cannot.
But Sai can see it.
So, is there more than one side? Is that what you were saying?
Well, no, that one's outside. We saw that one before when Teddy was talking about him, and then there was another one outside. Maybe a third one, I don't know. But the scary one that shakes the room and maybe smells like apple pie, we haven't figured that out yet. That's up around the corner and inside. In the main room.
Oh, so that's not just a big courtyard.
Oh, outside's a courtyard, and inside's
I
a
mean,
big room.
up here. This?
Yeah. Oh, but be careful, there might be traps. You should check.
Well, do we want to try and lure this one then? We know at least this one can come inside. Get this one out of our way and we can move to the other side of the house. Deal with the courtyards later.
well, I suppose we can try. I'd still rather skitter past. See if we can make that work.
But then if we have to ever come back or anything, like we have to deal with it all over again. Here's my proposal. If you all just go and hide in like a room back there and shut the door, leave the doors open for me to Ool's room, I'll just lure it into the room. And worst case scenario, if we have to fight it, we fight it there. if we can't get him into the water.
All right.
I
Well,
like this plan. Let's go to this room up here.
What room up here? That's the same room.
So I'm going to stop you right there. Si, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
Yeah, what about checking for traps, Sai?
I thought you did that already.
Si, you press your foot right here onto a pressure plate, and under your foot you hear there is a slight hiss, and then there is a spear that comes out from the side of the wall here and impales you straight to the shoulder.
Ah!
Si, you take 16 piercing damage.
Rain, I found a trap.
Well done, Sai.
The pressure plate, as you remove your foot, resets the trap, and the spear goes back into the wall.
impressive. Most impressive.
Maybe you should try it one more time, Sai. See if it's actually disabled for good.
But
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Ooh.
Are you sure I should do that?
No, Sai. You should absolutely not do that.
Oh, okay.
It was a test. You half passed. You got like
You
50%.
No, he passed.
you passed!
He passed.
Well, it's still a failing grade, but 50% is better than 0.
No,
So
just be good. This was good. This is progress.
You know, at least nothing blew up. We still have to be quiet, everyone.
Oh, sorry.
Those
So-
that construct patrols right by here, and I suspect that if it hears us, it will fucking murder us.
Yeah, probably. Everything in this house tries to murder us except sexual water monster.
Sexual water monster. Nice.
all right, then what are we doing with this thing then? Nobody's
I don't know. You usually make a plan and I just do it. I don't want to be
proposed a
involved.
plan, but there's like seems to be reservations or complete non-committalness.
I have a reservation to whatever your plan is. I'm reserving my spot in it. Let's just do it.
Right.
Well, look, Rain gets
gonna go
snippy
back.
whenever we don't implement her plan, so let's just get it done.
Well, yeah, but nobody's suggesting better option either. So either say yes, Rain, or I don't know, come up with plan.
Well, I suggested scampering like little chipmunks.
Okay,
I
Rain,
thought Rain
Rain.
was saying both. Let's scamper into a room, and then Rain does the gobbledygook, and then we're good to go.
The
This is all going
gobbledygook.
to- I would like to state for the record that I think this is all going to go terribly wrong, but let's give it a shot.
No, but like, come on. How often do our plans ever work out anyway?
Exactly my point, Akashaba.
Yeah. So we just give it a go. This is as good a plan as any. Your plan's fine too, but like, no offense. Once upon a time, you activated a huge bookshelf trap, so now I just mostly agree with Rain.
I'm also
Well,
worried
it was a
about people
puzzle.
like
I was trying to solve the puzzle. I was sure it was a puzzle. There were symbols on the floor, for fuck's sake.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
very puzzled by the whole situation.
I'm also just generally worried about people like Akashaba and Sai getting by quietly if we need to, Flix. There doesn't seem to be anything to hide or behind in there, like there were the big bushes outside. And even then, the one almost found Akashaba. We got lucky.
All right, well, let's get the rest of us somewhere out of sight. Let's be in the room next to Ool's pool. That way we can rush to assist if things don't work out.
Let's call it
Si, I just
Ool.
marked on the floor where the pressure plate is for you.
And Sai is marking for the rest of the party.
Let's hide in this room over here.
Okay, I thought we were gonna hide in a different room. Sai gently steps around the thing that he stepped on before.
Okay.
And actually, in fact, he's just gonna climb along the wall.
You find a pressure plate on the wall.
Mother of God!
They thought of
Gee, they thought of
everything.
everything. Like one of those motherfuckers fly. Swear to God.
Akashaba, are you going with them or are you staying with me?
I will stay with you. He's fine.
Are you going to run across the surface of Ool so we lure the thing into the water?
Oh, never mind. Bye.
I was like a little excited. That was like a win-win for Rain there for a moment.
Hi, I'm Teddy.
Oh, hi Teddy. Why don't you run along
Teddy-
with Saethius?
Teddy's on the crocodile.
Oh, Teddy's on the crocodile? Okay.
Okay. Teddy is right next to Rain as well.
Wee, Teddy will go. Wee.
Bye, Teddy.
Real quick, Christina, Akashma's gonna roll a perception check under the bed.
There is no cat under the bed.
Akashma looks up again and like stamps his foot.
But damn it!
Where did that other cat go?
You hear him. You hear him under his breath. Where are you hiding?
Fuck! God damn. Rain. What do you do?
Rain's going to kind of creep up here. First, I'm going to check this hallway for traps. Just this one right here.
Okay. Make me an investigation check, please. Rain, you don't see anything.
Rain is going to kind of stand here, just where she can hear and see, and try and listen for the stomping to see when it's getting louder.
All right. Rain, you sit and you listen. Make me a perception check. Rain, as you turn your head to listen, it is surprisingly close. In fact, probably within 70 feet. You can hear its heavy footfalls echoing across the cobblestones. Boom! 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 And then there is a creak, as it is probably looking around. No longer moving.
If it actually hits the edge of Rain's detect magic, that's when she'll act.
You do not sense anything on the periphery of your detect magic.
Okay. Does it still sound like it's getting closer, or is it completely stopped?
It is completely stopped.
Okay. And I'll creep forward. Oh god.
Oh, it didn't trigger the macro. Rain, you take one step forward, and your foot clicks down on a pressure plate. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. There's saves.
Rain, in a similar fashion to Saethius, out of the wall, a small latch opens and a single spear juts out. Rain, you take 16 piercing damage again.
Ow, son of a bitch!
And the spear slinks back into the wall where it came from. I will mark on the ground where that came from.
All right. Well, what do we have to be silly with? Rain has a tinderbox. Sure. Rain's gonna take out her tinderbox and just toss it into this room in here. So it clatters, makes a lot of noise.
All right. You hear as something definitely notices the sound of the rattling box. And the footfalls are getting closer. Boom. 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 Boom! The footfalls get closer and closer, and it just now. It's the outer edge of your detect magic, right there, if you can see that ping.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. It stops and turns to look at you. The massive golden statue wielding a rusted sword in its hand.
Hello there. Bye. Rain janks off down the hallway.
1 moment.
How's it going over there, Rain?
Got its attention.
I hope it doesn't have a paralysis beam or some sort of nonsense.
So do I. That would be terrible. At least you'll hear my psychic screaming in your brains while it kills me.
Oh,
Rain, you can roll initiative with advantage.
Nope. So 16.
Nope. 16. Okay.
Fuck.
Plus 8 initiative for a giant fucking rusted statue. Okay, yeah, like
I gotta.
Fine.
To be fair, that is kind of insane. Like, I have +9 or something, and 3 different traits all go into it.
fine. It's fucking fine.
All right, animated statue, do your worst.
Seeing Rain as the bait, the statue lunges forward with unnatural speed. 1 moment. I just need to see how far it can go. Okay. It triggers the trap, walking across it.
Yeah, take some piercing damage, asshole.
Immediately just straight up taking 18 damage. The trap is now irrevocably broken as it shatters against the armor of the statue. It turns towards Rain and raises its weapon. 1 moment, please.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Swing and a miss.
That is a miss.
Swing and a miss. Rain, you're up.
All right. I will insight check it first, because that goes well. Yeah.
It appears to be a very crudely wrought statue of possibly Lucari Polaris. You're not sure. It's relatively crude.
Does it look like the same ones outside?
It does, but it's golden as opposed to the spiky silver ones.
Okay. Well, we will... we will go ahead and activate... Oh, I don't like that sound effect. We'll go ahead and activate Blade Song. Rain will start whistling and humming to herself.
Okay.
And we're just gonna book it. So he's probably gonna get an attack of opportunity. That's fine.
He will take it.
Yep, go for it.
Meanwhile, in the room, you know what's funny about all of this is that Rain was just so proud of herself that she could walk on the water. When in reality, I'm far faster than Rain and I could just fly over.
No, it's not actually half bad point.
Yeah, but
Do you say that in
who
the
was-
bond?
No. This is
Okay,
just
okay.
he's just sort of muttering to the others. But she was so proud of herself, I didn't want to ruin the moment, you know?
All right, Rain, you
is
can continue.
5, 10. Come on. Come on. Okay, I think that's 40 feet. I don't know. Seems good enough.
Seems good.
Hey, stop talking over there, crocodile. Messing everything up. Was that did I actually move 40 feet from it?
That was 40 feet.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I think I hear them passing by.
And then Rain is going to dash.
Okay. Go, Rain, go! Go, Rain, go!
And just get up here to the door and throw it open. Come on, you big bucket of bolts! Keep up!
Next up, the Ascended statue will move its full move. Down the hall, everyone in the room that is Akasha flicks and Sai, you hear boom, 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 as the very heavy metallic statue is just on the other side of the eastern wall. Rain, you're up.
Sounds like it's going well.
Rain will throw open the other door and just kind of come to this side. Keep an eye on when it turns the corner. And I'll wait, since it seems to be a little slower, a lot slower.
It is a little bit slower. All right, it moves again. Boom, boom.
It is somehow slower, but also faster than I expected it to be. I'm not entirely sure what to do with that information, but there you have it.
It's very confusing and sends mixed signals.
Rain, you're up.
It really does. Okay. Pardon me, Ool.
Oh, hello again.
Rain is just going to come out here and stand right in the middle of the pool.
Ah, well, we're standing again. And this is very different, but I'll accept it.
I'm in the pool now, so give it a, couple of seconds and then maybe, well, I'll let you know when it comes in.
Well, actually, she's not in the pool at all. She is on top of the pool. So not in it. I just wanted to clarify.
I'm sorry, Ool, are you telepathic? That's incredible.
What?
We're just learning all kinds of new things about you.
Shit.
That is Raid's turn.
The ascended statue continues down the hallway. 5, 10.
And Ool
15,
is now
20.
telepathic. That is now canon. No
Shit.
takesy backsies.
No! That's the last thing you want is a pool that can read your thoughts, because then he knows if you're gonna pee in him.
No!
And he can eat you.
Rain, the ascended statue, is slowly making its way inside. It sees you.
Come on, you big bucket of bolts. Let's go. You're so damn slow. And yet also incredibly fast. I really want to know how you do that.
Oh, guests. Yes, come on, you big bucket of bolts.
Something occurs to me. I don't think that Ool has necessarily the best sense of the passage of time.
No, but it is a big, heavy, rusted statue that probably doesn't float, and we know that it's at least 35 feet deep, so...
Well, I have depth.
Yeah,
Rain, I'll do an insight check, actually, but I'm not going to do anything else for now.
Oh, goodness.
Nope.
Nice. Thumbs up. The ascended
Gotta love
statue
it.
takes a couple steps forward. And everybody in the room just hears whoosh as it falls directly into the water. Rain is standing on it, and it just lifts up its sword, takes a step forward, and immediately plunges into Ool's depths. Oh, that tickles.
Oh,
There he goes.
well.
Oh, look at him go. Oh, this one's not floating. Is that intended?
Oh, it's very intended, Ool. Thank you for asking, though, first.
Oh, yes, you mentioned that was polite, so I just wanted to be sure.
Consent is important, Ool. Very good.
Oh, by the way, he tilts his head. I don't hear any words of complaint.
Well, this one I don't think is going to have any words of complaint or otherwise, if I'm being honest.
Oh, well, that's good. I hope he enjoys his stay.
I hope so, too.
Down, meanwhile, on the bottom of the pool. Stomp, 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 stomp. Whoop. Huh? Yep. He's down there, all right. Hello. Yeah, Will is just kind of marveling down at it.
Raid is also kind of marveling down at it, but also slightly anxious because The music in here is just not as chill as it was when it was just Ool.
There you go.
What could you possibly mean?
Ool, we've got to work on your Spotify playlist.
What? Did you want something quirky? Here, how about this one?
I think you got it.
Oh, I think you did it.
If you guys want to come out,
Oh,
or at least as much as the plan could have worked, it did. And now, if it's going to murder me, it's going to murder me. I don't have any other ideas.
oh, what? Ah,
Oh wow! Look at that.
Don't get too close. Hello, statue. Are you going to stop being a dumb asshole?
the statue 25 feet down at the bottom of the pool does not respond, as it cannot hear you.
Well, that would look great on the prow of the ship.
No, why is everyone trying to bring everything to ship?
Oh, I
Some
thought
things are
that's
just
what we
not meant
did.
to be on ship. No.
Well, it may take a bit, but it'll probably rust.
Well,
Oh.
that sounds great. Let it rust.
What an
Yeah.
awful way to go.
And slowly, I will consume your magical essence. Yum.
Well, enjoy the meal, Ool.
But do me a favor. If you see me again in, I don't know, 10, 20 of your years, do remove his cracked chassis from the depths of my pool. I should be done with him by then. I do like to savor my food, of course. I'm not a glutton.
Well, I hope to see you sooner than that, but, I will keep that in mind and make a note on our calendar.
Akash will look. What
The
reason would
elves
you
always say that.
to see sooner?
The elves always say that, and it tends to be like 25, 30 years. Never 10,
Well,
never 5.
I haven't really lived for 25 or 30 years, so I don't know that I qualify as one of those elves you're referring to, but I do hear what you're saying. We are a bit flighty.
Yes, and walkie. Well, actually, only one of you is flying. In fact, the rest of you appear to be earthbound.
Nobody laughs. Applause.
Hello?
Please clap.
I'm
Is this
sorry, I
thing
missed
on?
it.
Hello, little guy. Oh, you sure are wiggling down there an awful lot. Are you? Yep. No, that tickles. Rain,
Yes.
are you okay?
Yes, I had to grab Freya. She was pacing.
Okay.
So how many of these statues do you think we can fit in Ool?
Well, I feel like that's the big one in the hallway that looked like the other ones that was all like anti-magic. So dealing with that in an analog way felt appropriate.
Why on earth is this door locked?
Maybe for the best for now, since there's another statue out there.
Clicky clack.
You unlock it.
Alright, well stand back. I'll
Well, but
peek.
we don't. That's not the room I just pulled it out of.
This isn't a room, it's the giant hallway.
Yes, with another statue in it.
Well, no time like the present to stick it in Ool, right?
No. Why would we do that? We just did the one. Let's go look at that room.
Alright, fine, lead on.
And this is like a giant courtyard anyway. It's not a hallway.
Well, why not get rid of all the statues if we're going to get rid of one?
Well, maybe we don't have to go to the courtyard. I don't know.
Rain, did you say this this spear was broken?
Well, it is literally the only indication you have of anything is a giant broken spear in the middle of the hallway. So, yes,
Yes.
it's
Along
broken.
the wall.
Size Spider-Man's across.
Crocodile follows.
Cidermans.
Cider-Man does everything a cider can. Spins a web, fails wisdom checks. Everybody, Cider-Man, look out.
I'm a druid.
He likes to fall in traps.
He likes to fall in traps. You all go over the spear trap into a very long corridor that extends far to the north. The light changes a slight color towards the end of the hallway.
Fucking huge. This is absurdly large. That's what she said.
It is a very decadent foyer filled with opulent rugs and very fancy candles that are inlaid with borean shards.
Wait, the
I seem to
candles are
distinctly
inlaid with
remember us
borean
being
shards?
like, oh, it can't possibly
They have
be
very,
bigger than House
very,
Monkey.
like, shard, like, very, very small slivers of red shards that are the wick that are producing light.
Wait, so you're telling me that I could steal all of these tiny shards?
You most certainly could. They have a very, very, very light magical aura as they are all just casting a perpetual light spell.
Saithius, what do your elf eyes see? Your dark elf eyes.
Well, I see a lot of candles that are making lots of light.
Mm-hmm. Anything useful?
You know
think
that my eyes are
they give
just
light.
as good as size in the darkness, right?
Yes, but you're
Possibly
paying
better.
Your eyes are as big as dinner plates because you're staring at those borean shards, though, Flix.
That's true.
Well,
Wait,
you see, there's
why
other
did the
statues
theme
over
music
here.
change? Something's wrong.
Oh, there's a wolf statue on the inside.
Sorry, you have to be clear. When you say statues, do you mean the walking, talking?
Do you not
walking,
hear
murdering
that?
kind?
Do none of you hear that? That's horrifying.
It's just ambient. It's just an ambient music track. Flix, it's fine. It happens.
It is never fine when music like that happens. Never.
Saithius, would instead of just wandering off from everybody, could you please stop and stay here?
I was trying to answer your question. You were asking about the statue. I wasn't sure, so I got closer. It's not walking. It looks like the ones outside. It's got some more candles around it.
You were one of those children when in a store full of breakable objects that said look but don't touch, you understood looking as with your hands, weren't you?
Well, there weren't any stores in my hometown.
Sai, make me an investigation check.
Did they close them all because of you?
Probably.
No, they just didn't exist.
This statue has seen better days. One of the ears is missing, and large portions of the marble carved fur have large chunks taken out of them.
Most of the house is well taken care of, but this statue's not so much.
I don't know if I would say most of the house is well taken care of that we've seen so far. This whole area seems shockingly poorly taken care of, actually.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about the cat.
I too am concerned about the cat. We should have scooped the cat up and brought him with us.
We really should have.
The
We'll
cat was
pick him
very
up on the way
insistent that
out.
it didn't want to come with you.
Well, cats need a little bit of help making good decisions.
That's not true at all. Cats always make the correct decision, always.
I don't know about that.
So choosing not to
Always.
go with us was the correct. You know what? Let's not. We don't need to dally on that one. Is there anything to the north of us? Flix or Sai?
Fine, I'll look.
Answered that question.
Can you
It's
not hear
candles.
this music? It's giving me the fucking willies, Rain.
Well, yes, but it's kind of par for the course with everything, honestly, but Wool's Room. Wool's Room was the only one with the cheery playlist.
I'm just saying that perhaps, just perhaps, something awful is waiting for us.
Something is absolutely waiting for us. That is awful. That is the
that is
only
the
thing we
whole
know.
theme of this place.
There is a door to the northwest.
Well, there's also this door here. I assume that goes out
I
to
think
the
that leads out. Yes, that leads out to the courtyard. That the other door that I picked leads to, I suspect. All right. Well, I can investigate a little bit further north.
So you said to the northwest there was a door?
There's a door to the northwest and to the northeast.
There was a door that we encountered at the end of one of the hallways where we heard more stomping that we did not investigate.
Nice stealth, Flix.
That door would have come into this hallway in the northwest.
Right, that's what I mean. So I suspect that might be what that door was.
Oh, there's lots of doors. There's also stairs.
Christina, I do pluck the borean shard out of one candle to see what happens.
Oh,
One
sure.
near Rain in case it blows up. That way we both suffer.
It emanates a small amount of light. It's about Let's see what the radius is on this. Bright for 5 and dim for 10.
Huh.
Very, very tiny piece of lit. It looks like just an LED to you.
But there are like dozens of these, so I could fill a pouch full of little glowing borean shards with perpetual light on them.
These are considered magical, and they are pricey. It's like filling your house with LED lighting. So yeah, this is a sign of wealth, and you can most certainly pilfer them.
Yeah, I'm gonna pilfer literally all of them using Mage Hand.
We do need actual lighting on the ship. I can't believe Esther didn't think of that one.
Flix, how many do you take?
All of them? Every one that we pass?
Okay.
And they're little tiny shards, right? Like candlewick sized?
Yeah.
So I can fit them all in a small pouch?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You
Okay.
tell me at the end how many, but every time we pass some, because we all have dark vision, right?
I turned off all the lights.
Everyone except Akashba and probably Teddy.
I have dark vision.
Yeah. Flix, you gain 18 light shards.
Cool. And whenever we pass candles, I'll accrue more, so you can update my ridiculous candlewick nonsense then.
Sure. Yeah, just let me know if you're walking around and pilfering.
This is excellent. I'm super excited.
You just start putting a bunch of these little lit shards into your bag, and the room slowly descends into darkness.
So there were stairs back behind us where we first came in, I think. You said there are other stairs, Si?
Well, there's two, like one on either side. Like they're usually symmetrical in these buildings, right?
Oh, like right here. That's stairs.
Yeah.
And there's doors here and another hallway. So before we go upstairs, do we check the other wing of this floor?
I like going up.
Well, I'm worried if we go up, we are not getting all of the pieces of whatever arcane sigil we need to find.
Oh, good. More wicks. I steal these too.
So that's why I'm leery about going up.
Wait, have you been here
21
before?
light shards.
Oh. How do you know
I
it's
haven't.
not the opposite, where the rest of the dolls are upstairs and not in the rest of the wing?
Well, I don't. I'm making an inference that this whole wing is kind of deserted because, frankly, if it wasn't, we would have heard something at this point. Probably. I'm making an educated guess, Aethius.
Where
Okay.
is Akashba?
I am over here. Crash was hanging out.
Oh, I see you.
Kashaba's exploring a little bit to the north. The very large and grand hallway, without the Ascended statue tromping through, rather empty. And even more empty now that Flix is stealing all the lights.
Yeah, I'm stealing these two.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Do we want to try one of these doors over here, gentlemen? Instead of
these.
pilfering lights.
Look, it takes no time at all.
It is, but it is not taking no time, as has been displayed by you flitting all over the place.
I can't wait for you to show up with giant bag of lights, and then Catherine Ravensblood like, where the fuck you have been? And you are like, oh, we came over here with as fast as we could.
Brought all these lights for you, my darling.
Hey, you're welcome, darling.
All right. Do you want these doors or this hallway to the
The
north?
lights, like the lights were the delay.
No, but like, I can totally see this. Maybe it's just because of Akashiba's Russian accent, but this feels like the plot of a variety show. Like, Flix and Akashiba roll in, and like the crowd's like, "Whoa!" And Catherine Ravensblood is like, "Where the fuck you have been?" And Flix in a Russian accent is like, "Oh, we came as fast as we were able to become." Crowd laughs.
Flix conveniently spills a bag full of 29 glowing borean
Crowd
shards.
is, ooh.
Ooh,
Oh no, I have spilled a bag of
Oh
glowing
no!
shards.
How did this happen?
Wait, why did I tell you? I said do not grab light shards, and he looks at Captain Ravensblood. I tell him not to.
She just grumbles.
All right, let's proceed. Oh, excuse me. Snitch.
Adventures of Akashaba filmed and shot live on Public Access Channel 4.
Flix, that is not a lit shard. The ones that you want are only in the foyer.
Oh, they're only in this area. Okay.
Yeah, that is an actual candle. So you can feel free and stuff it in your bag, but it's going to get full of wax and possibly light on fire.
Gross. I don't want that.
No.
There are 2 large double doors here. There are words written in Elvish on both doors.
I speak Elvish.
Speak, friend, and enter.
Speak, friend, and enter. It says, the Dreaming Courtyard.
All right. The Dreaming Courtyard. I suspect that's not where we want to go.
I mean, we don't know.
Well, let's look for small rooms rather than courtyards, yes?
I mean, sure, but there's a hallway up here. We can go through that instead, if you'd prefer.
Yes. I mean, I could be completely incorrect. Oh, these aren't shards. These are normal candles, too. That's annoying. All right. I'll keep an eye open for traps. Sai, stop. You're
walk
wounded.
along the walls.
You can't.
Not step on things.
Oh, are you?
Size spider climbing, just like creeping across the wall. Like, yeah, this is normal.
Sai, wait.
Bouldering
I
here.
can tell you from experience that not touching the floor does not keep you safe from all or even many traps.
The floor is lava.
It's really best if you let one of us go first. You're already wounded. And despite how much we joke about wanting you dead, we don't actually want you dead, or at least I do.
But Rain's wounded too. I just have to do my part.
Find my friends!
I appreciate your sudden sense of duty.
Sudden and inconsistent.
And
Really,
inconvenient.
pick a lane.
You know what, actually? Go ahead. I've tried to convince you. You've talked me out of it.
My persuasion skill is developing. He goes forward
Something
and
like that.
tries the door.
More like your skills at utter frustration, but
I'm going to hide around the corner for when that blows up.
Sai, the same words are on this door, says the Dreaming Courtyard. It's currently locked.
Oh, we don't want to go this way.
No, we don't.
I mean, we could, but
Well, we've decided not to, at the
Right.
very least.
I see another door to the north.
Again, why is this
Window.
place so big? Did outside look this big? Oh, wait, maybe.
Well, we came up from the sewer.
I was going
well,
to say
the
we
outside
didn't
was
actually
very,
see it.
very large. Akashaba, I did.
I'm moving cautiously down this hallway and looking for all sorts of traps, Christina.
Are we going to decide on which direction we want to go, though?
Oh, the right is nowhere.
Right, that's a dead end. What's this thing?
Oh, I guess it is. It looked like a doorway there, but it's not.
The wall
Christina?
sticks out a little bit there. It's like a pillar, probably the other half to a chimney that goes up and into the ceiling.
Is it something that I could wriggle into?
There is no opening in it.
But he is a cat.
I mean, there's literally no opening in it.
Oh, okay.
Is
It's
this
just
door
a
conveniently
solid
labeled?
pillar.
There's a window over here, so that might go outside, but I'm going to try it.
Oh, yes, it certainly goes outside. It's one of the entrances that we missed from before.
As
We
you
didn't
peer
miss it, we just didn't go
outside,
through it.
there is a expanse of cold weather grass in the rest of the courtyard. Or excuse me, the outside. I shouldn't say that's the courtyard.
Have we lost Akashaba?
You have lost Akashba. Akashba was looking down at a text, sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
Akashaba
Akashaba's
went out the
outside.
window. Akashaba's outside. You can't get back
The
in.
Akashiba has escaped containment.
I'm just glitching out. This is amazing. I'm just any percenting this speed run.
That was our problem this whole time. We could have just speed run this.
We could play through the campaign normally, but that's slow, so we don't like doing that.
I don't watch enough speed runs to properly spoof one, sadly.
Right.
Yes.
The door in front of you, a heavy double oaken door, has a sign on it on the side that says Victoria's Study, keep out.
Wait, it literally says Victoria's Study, keep out.
It does.
That seems weird.
Seems a little bit like, well, where I'm from, children would put signs on their doors to keep their siblings out. Doesn't it strike you as something like that?
Wait, siblings have different rooms for you?
Well, the wealthy
Flix,
families do.
with that investigation check, looking at the sign and the hand it is written in, it is quite feasible that it was written by a more inarticulate penmanship.
Like perhaps a what's her name?
I will not answer that.
Is it warded? Like, does it have like an arcane ward over it or anything?
Oh, it must. That has to be some sort of joke, right? Some sort of magical trap. Childish scrollings.
The door is in fact warded and has abjuration magic attached to it.
Does it look like it has something that is starting to resemble the rune pieces that we have acquired thus far? Like, is this the door for that?
No. It is a very different signature than what you are holding.
Well, it's not where we need to go for this, but it is warded. So perhaps there's a way to disarm it?
Well, I can. I'll give it a shot at the very least. I can disarm some arcane traps. Let's see if I can do this one.
Hold on, before you do so, is there anything to the left and the right? Not really, huh? There's this hallway that keeps going.
Well, if I'm going to try to disarm it, could the rest of you give me some space in the event that something truly horrific happens?
Yep. I will go down here and around the corner in case, it shoots out a lightning bolt or something.
All right. Here it goes.
All right. With a 21, we will stop the session for today. Before you open the door to Victoria's Study...
24, like the 24 closing happens.
We've come up with a lot of good Arctis spin-off show material tonight.
24 might be the most accurate.
The spin-off, Ool's spin-off, 4,800.
But man, I don't know where you're going to keep the pool. You're like, yeah, we've got the water for the pool, but we seem to be distinctly lacking the pool.
That's Esther's problem. Esther can figure it out. Esther's a genius.
No, don't worry. That thing is not coming on the fucking ship.
You guys are going to have to figure this out on your own, probably in Discord. I will absolutely make you an airship with a giant pool in it. You just all need to figure out if it's a good enough habitat for Ool to be in. He's very picky.
Why? What can we offer Ool, and what can Ool offer us? I don't want Ool to be lonely either, but
Ool eats fucking people.
Well, I mean,
and people eat other things.
He's
like understanding, right?
People who already drowned in him.
Okay, listen. I don't know if you all have picked up on this over the course of the campaign. Akashiba is a bigot.
Also, bold of Akashiba to assume that he has any control to prevent us from having Ool employed on the ship. Akashiba's gonna go and be all sad and grumpy and I just want a nap as soon as we get back to the airship. And guess what happens over 8 hours?
You're not wrong.
Not there to say no to a pool.
You're not wrong, but bold of you to assume Akashiba doesn't fucking leave the ship and go back to Borealis, you dipshit.
I'm telling you, I'm just waiting for Akash to be like, you know what? Flips 2 middle fingers. I'm out.
No, he would do it half-baked style. It'd be fuck you, and then he'd look at Shar, you're cool, and then he'd look inside, fuck you, I'm out.
Also, bold of you to assume that Akasha wouldn't just get up and leave fucking anyway and go back to Borealis the moment he could.
That's fair. That is a real thing on the table.
And like, Akasha, but there is a door literally to the east. Just, open it up, start walking.
Bold of you to assume that I just wanted to say bold of you to assume.
That's really bold of you to assume.
Yeah, quite bold of you to assume that you can just say bold of you to assume.
Oh my god. Okay, we're putting a stop to this. The game.
We're glorious idiots.
The game for today is over. Thank you for playing with me. I will see you all next Wednesday.
Yeah, nobody leaves yet. Okay, cool. See everyone next Wednesday.
All right. I'll see you guys. Have a good
wait,
night.
One thing, I may be late next Wednesday because we have like a marketing summit thing and I'm going to be in LA and it might take me a long time to get home.
I got a marketing summit for you right here.
Okay, just keep me posted. I would appreciate it.
All right, bye everyone.
All right, good night. All right, that's it for Arctis today. Whoa! Thank you for joining. Thanks for watching. Greatly appreciated. Catch our VODs over on YouTube if you've missed some episodes. Watch us live on Twitch. And we put out shorts and funny moments on Twitter. Follow, please. We're a small channel, and every follow and like and subscribe is immensely helpful and noticed and appreciated. Thank you, Nukiashi, for being here. Beef, what's going on? Appreciate you both for watching. Say the words, Teddy. I saw it. I gave you a very specific Teddy shout out. And hopefully Flix doesn't die as they find out what is in Victoria's study. More of Teddy's friends? I sure hope so. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.